Hello, everyone! Hello, hello!
Hello, hello!
I am back with another Nostalgia Chatters episode, officially number 8. I almost feel like I'm gonna lose track of all the episodes eventually.
If you turn it sideways, it's infinite.
It's oh my goodness. You're like the infinite episode, oh my god. Also, hi Eli, hello in chat. Diggeh is here with me for my interview.
Hi, everyone!
Do you want to introduce yourself to the chat?
I sure will, or will I sit here in silence for the rest of the stream? Hi, everyone. Let me get that out of my system really quick. We're gonna have a lot of giggles tonight.
We're gonna be all sorts of giggling and gaggling.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name's Diggeh. I provide positive entertainment as a streamer and artist, and I box up on YouTube. I don't swear, I'm not crude, and I try to be an all-around good dude. And I'm excited for this interview with my good pal Tim.
I've actually never heard your like that your intro or introduction like that before. It's so catchy.
Yeah, I've been working on building it up for a while now, and I felt like it was missing something, and I realized, well, you know what I need to do? I need to remind people that I don't swear and I'm not crude, and I just try to be a good dude. I do my best.
It's so
and
catchy.
There it is.
It's so catchy. Like it works. Do people get surprised when you tell them that you don't swear?
Yeah, because it's a bit of a rarity, especially on Twitch. You know, there's just like this kind of like silent standard of the streamer's gonna get upset, they're gonna swear, they're gonna say some stuff, and you come to my stream and I'm just like, oh, I lost, oh, that's funny, anyway. Now I won.
you're just so positive.
Someone's gotta be. I'm channeling all the power.
You know, I appreciate that. Also, hi Rebuke, I see you in chat.
Hi Rybuka, hi everybody.
But no, yeah, I'm excited to have you here because we actually have not vocally spoken since the Pico collab we did.
Ah, yes, the iconic Pico Park collab. That, I gotta say, I still frequently go back and watch those clips because they're so funny.
I love how hip he was during those.
Yeah, it just lives rent-free in my head in the best way, because like the whole time I was like, hey, this is a fantastic time and it's really funny, and I'm glad that we're all kind of on the same page. Like we're not all like upset at anything. Yeah. We're just laughing and having a goofy time with a good group of pals, especially hit the button too. We were almost out. Oh well.
I always look back at those clips too, and just specifically the ones where Hibby's screaming at like RJ's like, don't push the button!
Don't push the button. Okay, no, Hibby, no!
Oh, that was a fun stream. Oh, we need to do more like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also very rare that you see a group of streamers like play Pico Park, not angry at each other, and then beating it in one stream.
It's a
That's
short
how
game.
you know we had a good group for that.
We did. Listen, we're all good friends, so it was just like it was just gonna work.
Yeah, we made it through.
We did it. We should replay Pico Park.
My friends are my power.
All right. So let me pull up my questionnaires that I have for you, Diggeh.
Yeah, you gotta get it out of the beanbag.
Yeah,
I'm resting my shovel striker on mine if you don't mind.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. I'm still concerned about the
you know,
hole.
after it'll seal itself up maybe. After a full day of bonking baddies and digging around to friends, even my shovel striker needs to rest. And so I have a little like dirt beanbag at home, but it seems to really like this one too.
I'm glad. I hope it likes the fluorescent pink.
Oh yeah.
I hope it doesn't strain its non-existent eyes? Question mark?
I'm not actually sure what level of sentience it has. I've never asked it before.
Does it have sentience?
That's a good question.
We're gonna have to have
and
a
speaking
separate...
of questions,
my first question
whoa,
for you.
He's segueing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good segue. Usually I have to segue
professional.
to these. So, Diggeh, my first question for you. what would you define nostalgia to you? And this could be your own definition or from your own life experiences.
Ooh, now nostalgia, I would say that for my... Oh, hi, Shay.
Hi, Shay! Please blink if you're alive!
I don't know, man. I've never asked it before.
Hi, Shay. Happy to see you in chat.
We're waving.
We're waving.
Wowzers.
But
so to me, so let me bring me back on track.
Yeah.
I got excited to see Shay.
No, you're good.
To me, nostalgia is when you're experiencing something that makes you feel comfortable from, you know, be it any sort of time period. It could be from your childhood, or you can even have nostalgia for something that happened 2 years ago, or even a few months ago, because especially these days, time goes by very, 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 very fast. And also on Twitch too, like a week feels like a year.
Yeah.
When you have so many people to follow and stuff like that. But just in general, for me, when I think nostalgia, as I listen to the Little Gator Game OST, is just being able to look back at something that kind of gave you this comfy feeling. You know, if you ever need to kind of step back from the craziness of life and think about maybe a bit of a simpler time, or if you just generally need some sort of good vibes, you can always think, hey, there's this show that I always loved, and whenever I watch it, I feel safe. I feel happy. I feel good. And it could be any sort of media. It could be a toy. It could be like I reach over on my desk and I just pick up this. There's a Bandai made some trading figures of some of the Robot Masters from Mega Man back in 2010.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I always have the Airman on my desk because Airman is my favorite Robot Master. And they've never really made like figures of the Mega Man 2 onward ones. If you can't tell, this is probably going to be very figure based.
No, that's exactly why I had to ask you on here.
Yeah. Tim was like, okay, we're going to go deep into the toy talk. I know if I bring Diggeh on, this is where it's going to go. And by golly, we're going there. We're referencing a 2010 Gashapon figure, which is crazy to think that is nostalgic now. But there he is, and he makes me very happy. So, yeah, so it doesn't have to be, you know, from early childhood, but I would say that, you know, for a lot of people, that when they think nostalgia, they think something from like when they were kids, and it doesn't have to be that, but that also defines it too. Yeah, what Shay said so eloquently, yes. It's something that tickles the heartstrings just right.
That is a really good definition. I do like that definition. Shay.
Grabs Shay. Come on up.
No.
Just kidding, unless.
I always need new guest stars, so.
We both look directly into the camera.
It was like The Office, just look directly at Shay.
Yeah.
But no, I do like that, like your definition, because I've actually never heard anyone just define like nostalgia, like even like from a short span of weeks ago. I look back at you like that.
Wow. I mean, we see you on the TV, Shay Jelly-Filled Zombies live on the DVD TV.
On the DVD TV. It's in a constant state.
Yeah, it's because, you know, again, time goes so fast that you never really think about how you can be nostalgic for something earlier this year, because like right now it's May and you can think of something that happened in like January. Can you remember like a major thing?
From this year?
Yeah, from like this January.
I would say
it's kind of tough, isn't it?
I would actually say it's the easiest. It's probably a little easier for me because in January this year I actually went to my first convention. So.
Oh, that's right. And you probably have some very good memories from that.
I told a lot of my friends, like I think I told RJ on stream, I rated my experience a 7 out of 10 because there was a giant snowstorm outside.
Ooh.
So I had to rush my experience a little bit.
Wow, that's chilling. Literally. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Dun.
End of the stream.
End of the stream. Who are we rating?
No, yeah, but like there was a giant snowstorm. Oh my gosh, Tim, I was okay. I was safe. The drive back was a little bit of a pain, but I was safe. But
I hope so. I believe this is Tim I'm talking to.
No, this is it.
I see.
But I do like that you can define nostalgia from like just like, because I do agree time does go really fast. I feel like especially when we're like as we get older, like time feels like it's going like way too fast for our comfort.
Oh yeah.
Cause like when we're kids, like we're just like, oh, we're gonna just like go do stuff the next day and it's all gonna be good, and then like the next day you're like a full grown adult. It's like, what, who, where, what?
Oh, what do you mean it's already 6 p.m. and I just woke up and I also did some other stuff, and what do you mean the chores took 8 hours?
Yeah, exactly.
What the heck? Why can't the bathroom clean itself?
No, but that is, I do like that connection though. Just like nostalgia can be from any period of like having good feelings though. I do like that.
Yeah, because that can take you back to any sort of time where you felt you had a really comfy, fun, nice experience. There's those memories. They're not just like they're not just memories. They become nostalgia because they're so powerful.
I guess that kind of leads to the question, like, what's the difference between just having memories and like nostalgia? Like nostalgia is like the feeling of those memories, or is like.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that. I mean, a memory is a memory. It could be good or bad, and I would say, at least for nostalgia's sake, for the sake of defining it, that it would be at least leaning towards good memories, because I don't usually have nostalgia for bad times.
That's
I usually
just
have,
called trauma.
that wasn't very but when I think about afterwards I got a cookie at my favorite place of the bakery over here at local location. And it was so warm and there was a bird outside and a dog ran by. And then we went to Toys R Us. Got myself a nice cool Optimus.
This was a cool Optimus. It was pretty blue as well.
Yeah, a little red.
Little red, little silver. A little bit of
A
that.
trailer. Yeah.
So basically memories is just like the idea of like whatever past in like whatever our past is just like that's what we call memories, but depending on whether it's positive or negative, it would be nostalgia or God forbid trauma.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, hopefully more good nostalgia than any sort of trauma could overpower. Hopefully.
No, I see where you're coming from. I see the pieces that we puzzled together.
Yeah, we got a match 3.
Got match 3. And then they all go pop, and then it goes away.
But then you have to get the bonus. It's like right in the corner, and if you don't spend your 500 gummy coins, you can't make it to regionals.
I don't have enough gummy coins, though.
You gotta scan the gummy dial app.
It's too much work, though.
Didn't you enter the code from your Gummy Goo keychain? It's scented.
Oh god, don't talk about Gummy Goo with me.
Oh, here we go. It's time to derail the interview. We're going straight to the Amazing Circus deep discussion.
Oh god, don't talk about Gummy. I actually already bought the Gummy Goo like plush and keychain.
Yeah, I want the keychain too. It's really cute.
Have you not bought it yet?
No, I probably should. I'm eyeing it.
You're eyeing it? Gummy Goo, my beloved.
Gummy Goo.
Base.
Now that yeah, I won't go into the show too much, but it's also interesting that show kind of already feels nostalgic too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like it's been around forever, but
it's only been around
since last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a good example. See, we're segueing into the answer, into the continuation of the thought. We're professionals here.
And you said you'd never been interviewed before.
Well, not on Twitch.
Fair enough. But no, yeah, I actually already own a Digital Circus plush, actually, when the first episode came out. I have a Pomni plush, and it's on my PC tower, actually.
Ooh.
I also own a Jax plush, but I don't really like Jax anymore, and I'm gonna give that to a friend.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have a little more time to do some other stuff in the next few episodes.
It's really funny because, like, after I watched the first episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, I was like, oh, Jax, my beloved. And then, like, after, like, the next day. Yeah,
that's a cool character. And then, oh, no.
Funny enough, with my case, it was the day after. I'm just like, I don't like Jax anymore.
I don't want to play with you anymore. It just drops you like Andy.
Yeah. And what's worse is, like, I already pre-ordered the plushie, and, like, it was literally the day after. I was like, I don't like Jax anymore. I'm just like, oh, shit. I'm fucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think in general, it's also just the design has a very classic feel to it. So even if you don't know the character, you feel like this feels like a neat retro creature. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, oh, well, maybe this person has a little bit of a problem.
The thing is, I always knew Jax was kind of like a bad, like, so far a bad guy, quote unquote. Like, I already knew that, so I was a little surprised that everyone was like, what? He's such a bad guy. What is this? And I'm just like, you didn't know? You couldn't tell?
Yeah, I mean, there's some theories, but again, we don't have to derail it any further.
Yeah.
Or do we? Choo-choo. No. High five, Shay.
Well, you know, I can switch this conversation back into the interview since we're talking about shows. Diggeh, was there any children's media that you watch as a kid that you think would be impactful to kids nowadays in this growing generation?
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's so many really good shows still, though, like Bluey, and there's just like, I feel like there's a bit of a gap because I used to. I was a bit of a PBS kids kid. So I was all about Wishbone. I was all about Between the Lions. I was all about not Caillou.
Not Caillou.
No, that is not a good role model.
No, yeah, Caillou's like, I actually funny enough, I talked with like one of my last interviewers that I had, my last interviewees. They have a kid. And they talked about how Caillou's actually like a really bad like influence for their kid.
Yeah, because he was always just like being a big stinker, and he got away with stuff, and his parents never like taught him how to learn his lessons.
No.
He just like got the things he wanted.
It was not. It was. I didn't watch Caillou. I didn't absorb Caillou as a kid. I watched Caillou, but I didn't absorb it, and I just thought, like, what's this guy's problem?
Yeah, it just kind of had like a presence when you'd have it running, and sometimes in the background and stuff when you were playing with toys or whatever, and just be like, hey, wait a minute, this kid's he's kind of mean, but I do like the sock puppets. They're so cute, and then there's a cat, and his name was Gilbert.
So you grew up with like PBS. Did you grow up with like any other like shows? Like, did you grow up?
Oh
with, like,
yeah, of course. I mean, I tried to focus it on like good examples, because then otherwise I'm just gonna jump into Street Sharks immediately.
Yeah.
Street Sharks.
Actually, I can going with like the Caillou comment. Let me throw like a quick ball at you with this question. Give me like not only a good like children's media for people to watch this day and age, but also like what's a bad media, not counting Caillou.
What's a bad media?
Yeah.
Are we still sticking to my era, or like the just like modern shows that are good?
Your era.
Okay. Let's see here. So I mentioned Wishbone, but that's also kind of well, I guess in general a lot of the older PBS kid stuff, I don't know if they still rerun them, but they're kind of not as accessible. Like if you showed a kid Wishbone today, they'd be like, talking dog is cool. What is going on here? What is this? What's happening? Yeah, I was also gonna say that. Well, actually, that almost defeats my own point, because I was gonna say that the stories are timeless. Like they're classic stories that they cover, especially in Between the Lions too. They literally like read these books, and they're books that people will always read, and so it's. The only dated parts would be like here comes the 90s beat, and here's a reference to some celebrity or something like that. So I would still say that Magic School Bus is fun too. Oh, the problem is I can keep going.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. But well, I guess in more in terms of like giving people suggestions, because then they'll be overloaded. Like, I don't know which one of these. Whether I guess I'll go with the dog.
Yeah.
What is his story? What is the story, Wishbone? I always vividly remember like the which one was it? Was it the Macbeth one where he had like his little cap on?
Mm-hmm. I never watched Wishbone, so I don't know.
Oh, well, Tim, I have a recommendation for you. You're like asking for a friend. Let's see. What if I Wishbone streamer.
Wishbone streamer.
So Wishbone streamer. I hand it over to you.
Honestly, every time I do like one of these nostalgic chatter like interviews, I always get like a new like recommendation for things. Like my last interview with Hibby, I now have like Planet of the Apes written down to watch, and I've never.
Oh yeah. Hibby's in Planet of the Apes phase right now.
It's in a phase.
It's not a phase, streamer. I'm guessing you probably also got the Donkey Kong Country TV series.
I actually, hold on. I need to slay someone.
Bot detected. Bonk, bonk, bye.
We don't buy. We do not buy followers here.
Oh yeah, you better believe I've had my fair share of dealing with a million of those. All the filters, the deletions, bonk.
I actually don't know. I don't remember if it was I don't remember if it was like my interview stream or it actually was my interview stream, because I did like one of my interview streams was like with Nightcrawler, and I don't remember how that happened. We were talking about Marvel and the Age of Ultron, and suddenly just a bunch of bots, just nothing but bots came into my chat. Like,
oh, through the portals and everything.
Yeah, I was like 15. I saw like almost like 15 bots came in as like viewers. I'm just like, what is happening? Dun, 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 dun. I like jokingly says like, Nightcrawler, what did you do? Why did you bring all these here? Of course, Nightcrawler didn't actually do that. Much love to Nightcrawler.
Of course.
But
whoa, the DVD logo almost hit the corner. Did you see that? Did you see that, chat?
It's not gonna. It's never
gonna. Watch it. Whoa. Oh.
No.
Maybe next time.
Nope. I love the best part is it restarts so messily.
It kind of goes whoop.
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing a crane game and you get just the right press, but you know that in your heart it's not going to fully grip because the algorithm hasn't decided that that's the time where it locks in.
Yeah, oh god.
So then it gets like, no.
And then it just like misses entirely. Oh god. I hate claw machines, but I love them so much.
Yeah.
They're just so much fun. Well,
and expensive.
They are. Oh my god. You ever been to like a claw machine in Dave and Buster's?
Oh yeah. Oh boy. I think on the top of nostalgia, one of my earliest memories of that is when actually it's not really that early. Well, I guess so. I remember winning a Togepi plush toy from one of those claw machines, like early day Togepi, like back when it was like Misty has this new Pokemon, and it's there's these other Pokemons that are question marks, and it's a really fancy thing, and it will appear on that golden Burger King placard thing, metal, whatever they were called. I had a lot of them.
Oh, that's so cool. You don't see many good plushies in claw machines nowadays. That's like the sad part.
Like you'll go buy them and you'll see kind of like maybe one or two official ones, and the rest are like the most melted Mario you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Next to like Felix the cat.
Yeah.
Next to like some kind of
like sports
Mirror
mascot.
World Peppino. Or sports mascot McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Back in my day, it used to be the official licensed stuff. You don't just have a blue angry bird whose name is Devin.
And you're just like, who's Devin? But it's funny, so I'll get it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, bootleg stuff is like, honestly, I have like a soft spot for bootleg items.
I do too. I mean, there's some that will never be fulfilled as normal things. Like when you think, you know, like the Bowser design from Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh, King Koopa.
That thing is never gonna get an official plush toy, but I remember that someone made one. Some company made it and it was on Amazon for a while. I think it vanished because I had it on my wish list for a very long time. And I was always eyeing it like, hey, this thing might be dangerous, but it's also the only time we're ever gonna get that King Koopa design, so maybe I should get it. Oh, beans. Maybe it's back up again. I don't know. But it's been a long time.
I'm like Googling it. Hold on. Is this like the plush you're referring to? Hold on, let me like send you a picture.
Quickly.
Oh damn! I opened Twitter on X. Hold on.
At everyone, look at this.
But is it this one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
I actually managed to find it on eBay for like not expensive prices actually. Like $18.
Wow. Yeah, that is the good side of the bootleg stuff, is that it's cheap, but quality can either vary or be non-existent, but at least it's something that never would have existed normally. Because I remember also a very long time ago, and by that I mean probably 2010 again. It's so weird to say that. 2010 is nostalgic.
I mean, no, I get it.
Yeah. I just always remember like all the like the bootleg Lego figures. And I specifically remember one of my favorite ones I got was they did so you probably you know this being a Lego person fan, not made of Lego, I hope, or if you are, maybe you don't, maybe you use a super glue or something. But they have like the big figs, you know, like not the minifigures, but the big figs that are kind of like the Hulk ones that have the solid piece body type.
Yeah.
So they made some company. Why am I blanking on the name now? Some company made big figs of Juggernaut and Venom.
Okay.
And so those, and then I realized these aren't actually official, but these are very nice quality. And there's that whole other side of all of that that's like, hey, here's all these characters that you really like that never got official stuff and that you have nostalgia for, and we're gonna make them because the bigger company won't. And they do that. There's a lot of kind of the more semi-official name is third-party stuff instead of just bootleg. Like, especially in Transformers. If I get started on Transformers, I will go on for hours. So I'll try to keep it brief.
Okay.
So yeah, there's companies that will make like, here's a character from the IDW Transformers comic that you really like, and there's not an official version. Like there's this whole team of characters called the Decepticon Justice Division, and it's just these really bad guys who go after bots to try to do stuff. That's as vague as I can keep it. But they made like the whole team, and only until very recently did Hasbro make their air quotes leader Tarn, who's this big purple guy with a Decepticon mask, which sounds generic, but his mask is literally like a more evil version of the Decepticon symbol.
I'm just like imagining it on my head. Okay. I don't know.
Who is this man?
I know very little about Transformers. My original love, I don't know if this will hurt you or not, but my starting love for Transformers came from the Michael Bay movies.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt me. I mean, they're not awful. They're fun.
I every time I bring up, it's like, oh yeah, I like the Michael Bay version of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Everyone's like, Tim, no. Tim is like, no, listen to me.
No, I mean, I never saw Out of the Shadows. I've still been meaning to, but I did not dislike the first movie. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun.
I like the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Turtles. I'm not like crazy about some of their designs, but I like that they look realistic to some degree.
Yeah, yeah.
Dolly likes the second one. Oh, I'm not alone. That's good. I watched both of them, so.
Yeah, I've been convinced that I should finally watch Out of the Shadows. Because, I mean, they did that whole thing with... They finally made Bebop and Rocksteady. They took, like... There was the big...
I was around during the big old fan outcry when everyone was like, hey,
the turtles kind of look a little funky and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they were announcing Bebop and Rocksteady, everyone was really worried. But then they got that trailer where they're like, da 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 da, all right, tonight, all right, and then they came out of like the truck.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, okay, this looks good. This is a good versions of these characters.
No, they
and they
did
took the
really
feedback
good
from the
job.
first movie. Yeah, yeah. And that's a weird thing to think that you can be nostalgic for that because that movie was also a decade ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
And not just the first movie. Out of the Shadows, I believe. I might be wrong on this. I'm gonna Google. Out of the Shadows was either 2014 or 2017. Or maybe I was wrong.
It was 2016.
It's one of those 16s. It is 2016. Okay, so in 2 years it will be a decade.
Oh god.
So that is also nostalgic. Well, I guess it also, yeah. So we talked about how nostalgia can be not just from your childhood. It can be from any point. So I was about to counteract myself, so I won't. Yippee! Premium Bay nostalgia, especially because the Transformers Bay verse is also old too.
Mm-hmm. The Transformers ones came out before the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, if I'm right. Yeah, they did because there's like a whole trilogy.
The first film was 2007.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, it celebrated its 15th anniversary recently.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
I feel
you know
so
what else is
old.
turning 15? Plants vs. Zombies.
What?
Yep. It turned 15 a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week. I don't remember.
Oh god. Oh my god. I feel like I'm growing more gray hairs, which is concerning.
Yeah, everything's nostalgia. You have iPad kids that grew up and they're in their 20s now, and they're like, man, I really loved the first Bay movie, and that's my gateway. And then also, I played Plants vs. Zombies on my iPad. And we need to find one of those people and see what the dealio is with their nostalgia, too.
If I find someone like that, I would love to interview them.
Yeah, putting out an interview call. Any of you iPad kids out there who've grown up, hello.
What was nostalgia to you as an iPad kid?
Well, you see, I really liked Where's My Water. It was a Disney application, and I would play that after playing Cut the Rope, and I never bought the in-game ads because my brother Damien would always do that, and Damien would get in trouble, and so I never bought the in-game stuff. So I'd watch the videos, and it was very early YouTube.
I kept getting a lot of ads from PewDiePie saying, "What? You never played Tuber Simulator?
You need to play this game." And then I saw there was an Angry Birds game, and then I played that, and then I spent $45 when I grew up.
Oh my god. Oh, it's such a delight to have you here, Diggeh. I hope you know that.
It's an honor to be here. Always a fun time.
Oh, well, I'm gonna hit you with the next question actually, if you're ready for that.
Yeah.
So I know as a toy collector, and from one toy collector to another, I'm particularly interested in what your answer is to this. What was your everything toy as a child, and the toy you carried around everywhere that you absolutely treasure as a kid?
That goes to a rotating selection of Beanie Babies.
Oh, okay.
So I very specifically remember what was the name of it. I think it was one of the Black Bears.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? I think it was. I want to say Ojo, but that's the bear from Bear in the Big Blue House. But I'm pretty sure it was also called that, which is why I also really liked it. because I really like Bear in the Big Blue House as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of like mid-interview just like looking down at my phone like, oh, quick, I gotta find the source. There's a Beanie Baby here. It's here somewhere.
Well, what were the other ones if you can remember their names?
Oh, this was like early e-commerce setup where I really started to get into very, very obscure Beanie Babies that I really wanted.
Okay.
And so one of them was it a sunfish? No, it wasn't a sunfish. It was like one of those yellow fish that have that's not very descriptive. His name was Bubbles.
Are you referring to an angelfish by chance?
It might have been an angelfish. Yeah, it's there was a Beanie Baby named Bubbles who had like bumblebee stripes. I say that, but I've already prepared to send you the image.
Okay.
There he is.
Well, I'll grab
Look
the
at
image.
this little guy.
I think
Look
that
at him.
I think that might be an angelfish or just like barely. Also, hi Joel Trags. Glad to have you here.
Hi. We're waving.
We're waving. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I may have left a bit of a big hole here when I entered, but it will magically seal itself until the next time I pop in which case it will be revealed that the pit is still in the corner.
Am I gonna have to vacuum afterwards because like there's still dirt on the carpet?
Maybe a little bit. Hi, Seikyo.
Hello Seikyo. Welcome in the chat.
A lot of buddies today. Wowzers.
Love to have them here. Also, here's the fish in question that we were talking about.
Yeah, this is Bubbles, and the lengths that I went to convince my parents to get Bubbles from early e-commerce because I like Bubbles a lot.
Is early e-commerce like eBay or something? I've never heard of that. Like.
No, that's just a fancy way of saying, yeah, eBay, please.
Oh, okay.
Like the early, I just say that like early internet because that was the era of, back when I'd be playing, DOS games and stuff.
Okay.
And CD-ROMs, and that was when everything was starting to form. And then I was like, hey, there's a big internet out there of stuff to get.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one. I didn't get this one, but I have massive nostalgia. Actually, this might be a question you're about to ask me. So maybe I'll answer it now.
One. Okay.
Yeah. This is I kind of had like my own childhood Grail plush toy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that if I had to specify what toy I always wanted, that would be very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
But the main one that I have the most nostalgia for never getting, which is an interesting phrase, nostalgia for never having something, is I always wanted Trap the Mouse.
Oh, the board game?
No. I wanted Trap the Mouse, the Beanie Baby.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, if it was just the board game, you'd be like, I mean, that's that's really cool, Diggeh. You know, you can get that for $14.99 over at Target.
I don't know why. The trap.
Wow, you've got some lofty ambitions, don't you, buddy?
I don't know.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, show me Trap the Mouse. Okay.
So this is Trap the Mouse. He's just a flat.
He looks like.
He's just a flat mouse.
Oh, let me throw this guy. Okay, sorry on the thing. Oh my god.
You know the pizza tower rat?
Yeah, no.
Whoa. Hi, Tim. What brings you closer over here? Are you trying to reach for the VHS tape?
Yeah, I was trying to reach for this.
I mean, I can get that for you. Look, it's a trap.
That's such a weird name for a rat.
I know. I don't know what his dealio was, but he was like Beanie Baby royalty. He was at least $100 no matter what, like above whatever price you can think of. And I vividly remember having his card from like the trading series, which I also send to you.
Yeah.
He's just so flat.
What? Oh my god. Hold on, this image is even better to display him.
Look at him, just flat in the barn.
This feels like such a meme image to me.
I know. I think that we should get Trap the Mouse trending. I think I need to post this without context later and use my following to garner an internet meme.
Hashtag Trap Mouse.
It's kind of like I never quite knew how people did this, but it's like when they post a tweet with just like the word French fries. Well, I guess the word's French fries.
Yeah.
There's an image of the fries, and then there's like a little blue bar that says hashtag French fries you can click on.
Yeah, you automatically do it.
Yeah, I want to figure out how to do that, and then just have trap the mouse. So anyway, tying this back into my whole point, which answers both of your questions at once, is so I always wanted this guy, and he was always way too expensive, and so I never fully got him. But what I ended up getting instead, who became one of my number 1 Beanie Babies, is a little fellow who's actually, I'd say, even more of an improvement. This is Cheezer, the white mouse.
Cheezer.
Cheezer.
Oh,
And this little guy,
he has some
this little
dead-looking
fella,
eyes.
Yeah, it's actually much cuter in person.
Okay,
you know,
the image does not suffice.
Yeah, his irises are a very mahogany, bright,
They almost look
mousy
red.
film.
They look red.
Cheezer the mouse feels dread.
Cheezer the mouse feels. He looks like he's like dressed like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I forgot to file my taxes.
Oh no, I forgot to get the eggs. Oh.
Oh, I got the cereal, but not the milk. Looks
Oh.
like it's not gonna be a crispy cocoa adventure after all.
Oh, I don't like dry cereal.
Oh no. How unfortunate.
Also, I may have also do so with the interview. Where should I throw it to you? Rebuka, just DM it to me on Discord. I'll throw it on the TV.
Oh, wowzers.
I'm very curious what you've drawn for the interview.
Rebuka art, Rebuka art.
Rebuka art. Oh no. Kermit just stole my sandwich. Damn it, we missed it.
Oh, sorry, Tim. I didn't mean to steal it from you, but I just want to let you know that it could have used a little more mustard. Yay!
I don't know if you ever see this, but like whenever I stream, sometimes I have like video reacts and it'll pop up on my TV. Oh, let's see what Rebuka.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'm going to be doing the interview for the rest of the time with the Kermit voice. Is that okay?
Oh, God.
Are you good with that? It's the Timothy Show, starring Tim. Woo!
Oh, God.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this
dun,
is-
dun, 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 dun.
Rebuka, this is beautiful. First of all, I'm going to share this with Diggeh first before I put it on the screen. This is what Rebuka drew.
That's beautiful.
Hold on, I want to put this on the stream and like we'll like voice it.
Yeah, of course. Also, can you tweet that out with hashtag?
Yeah.
I would love to retweet it immediately.
Hold on, let me. Oh god, there we go. I'm trying. Sometimes whenever I like put images, I always try to make sure that they're sized first before I like reveal them.
Yeah, because then you'll accidentally like reveal it and it covers the whole screen because it's like 500% bigger than you thought it was.
Yeah. But here's the thing, the Pikachu. I love this.
All right, let's do a professional voice. Ready?
Okay. Hold on, let me.
All right,
let me
3. Okay, whenever your 3 is ready, you do the 3 because you're gonna start it.
Okay. So, there's 1, 2, 3. Is Shovel Striker sentient?
Of course, it can even do tricks. Play dead. And it becomes one of those videos that's like an hour of silence on YouTube, just interrupted by like the sound of moles.
Yeah.
Just like a Monty mole sound.
I love this. Oh my god, I love this so much.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, it's so silly. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Rebuka. I'm gonna treasure this. I'm gonna treasure that.
Me too. Me. I also looked at the trap card again. You've activated my trap card. It just shows the trapped mouse. Is that the hashtag? Wait, I gotta write this down. Okay.
Is it posted on Twitter?
You've activated my trap card, and then I'm gonna have like the hashtag be you activated my trap card.
You activated my trap card.
I'm gonna have to look this up later because I don't know how you actually make
Do
it
that.
a clickable radio.
I
Well,
think
it's not a radio button. It's like a whatever
like
the
a-
term was.
like the automatic retweet button. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't want to say it's like the only people who have like way bigger followings can do it, or you have to pay like Twitter to have that.
Yeah, they might have locked it behind the stinky tier. Well, and you got that smelly.
I'll still never understand like paying for Twitter. I'll never understand that.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So
anyway,
yeah.
going back to not Chop the Mouse, going back to Cheezer.
Yeah, Cheezer. Let me pull Cheezer back up.
Cheezer, who is not dead inside, contrary to popular belief,
Yeah.
became pretty much like my number one Beanie Baby beside the other bear that I still can't remember the name of. I'm sure it was Ojo, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Cheezer is just like the perfect size to carry around, and I would always make his little hands do like little applauses and stuff.
Oh, they can like clap.
Yeah, little clappies, and you'd be surprised just how like not flexible, whatever the term is, like you can wiggle him around, and he has a lot of emotion to him, even though he looks dead inside here. I promise to all of the viewers at home, Cheezer is not dead inside.
He's just like so upset to me still. He's like, oh.
Let me get you a better image of Cheezer.
Yeah.
No, I went to find a better image from someone on like a different website, and he looks angrier.
Wait, please show me. Please show me.
Why does he look so mad? What'd you do to Cheezer?
Oh my god. Hold on,
Why is he so angry?
It's a web file. That's silly.
Oh
on,
no.
hold on,
Well, you know what my secret is?
Yeah.
My secret is I just open it in Paint and then I repaste it. Here you go. And I delete the old one.
Ah, there we go. That's perfect.
That's how you get around WebMs. You just put it in Paint and put it out.
Oh my goodness.
Why is he so angry? Why is he so mad?
I thought I turned off my system sounds. There we go. I always turn off my system sounds because it's just like they'll happen out of nowhere whenever I'm trying to do something. There we go.
Why is he so angry?
He looks peeved now, just like, oh.
Oh, I gotta go over here and get more groceries.
He looks like he's got a rock in his shoe he can't get out.
It looks like his tummy hurt.
His tummy
He's
hurts.
trying to put on a he's trying to put on a brave face for his friends, but he realized that the fromage is a little too much.
The fromage is a little too much.
Yeah, you know what this looks like? This looks like you could have the words, you know, like the memes that say when the you, and then there's just a word.
Mm-hmm.
This could be like me, when you, when I, when, and then the, and then below the cheese. Because they always have like two thes. I don't know if it's ironic or not, but it's just always funny.
Mm.
The tie stands for tummy hurts.
Tummy hurts, and then bottom text.
Tummy hurts bottom text. If you're interested in all of the most premium Beanie Baby memes you could ever imagine, don't forget to follow twitch.tv/TimothyAaronKudusu.
I actually only recently started getting more interested with Beanie Babies, actually. Like, I own 2 Beanie Babies from thrift stores that I found recently. One of them is like a Zodiac rat. And
oh yeah, I remember that one.
yeah, and the other one's a bear that's dressed as a clown.
Clown bear.
Yeah, clown bear. And
Yeah, like Beanie Babies have always been, they've always been there and kind of like the major nostalgic thing to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always really liked them too. I remember, I was gonna say most recently, but probably at least a decade or so ago, they started making all of them have like the really big eyes.
Yeah,
and so
the sparkly
whatever
eyes.
they're called, yeah, and
They're Beanie Boos.
they're like, why are you looking at me like that? What are you gonna do? You gonna jump me in an alley?
Yeah, Beanie Boos came out like a little bit later after Beanie Babies. I know that because they came out like before definitely before 2010, because I bought like two to three of them when I was in elementary school, and they were always in Justice. Do you remember Justice being a store? Like this,
I actually don't.
yeah, you don't. It was like have you heard of Claire's at least?
Oh yeah, did it have a purple font?
It had a pink font.
Or am I thinking it had a pink font? So maybe when I think like dedicated toy stores and stuff, I think like KB Toys.
It wasn't so
I
much
think,
of
like-
a toy store. It was more directed as, like, this is a little girl store, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so, like, Justice was basically a little girl store where, like, all the little girls could go to. You know, like, everything was pink. You could get your fluffy notebooks, like, whatever pajama sets you wanted. There was especially Beanie Boos. Not Beanie Babies, Beanie Boos. That's what the big eye glittery ones are. And I had two of those.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining.
I like that the first thing I see when I look this up is that they all like closed in 2020 or something.
Yeah, they really stopped making them, which I feel like I keep seeing them though. Like they have a lot like still in like left over in a lot of stores, but like I keep thinking that they are still in production.
Maybe. I always think of it's actually really weird because you don't really see Beanie Babies anywhere.
Unless you,
Like,
go to
usually-
thrift stores.
Unless you go to thrift stores. Like the most recent plush toy like fad that I've seen, besides, you know, like the like Squishmallows and stuff, is like Hallmark started doing these little cute ones. I forgot what they're called. Of course I'm forgetting right now, but they're like little guys. They're really cute. Itty Bitties, I think is what they were called.
Itty bitties. I feel like I've heard of them. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
look
there's
that
a
up.
whole line of them dedicated at Hallmark to like as many franchises as you can think of. Oh, actually, I like this little.
Itty
Oh, that's cute.
bitties.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did
yeah!
like yeah, those guys. Yeah, they even did Sonic ones. I like this Knuckles.
Oh yeah, I've seen
staring.
these.
Yeah, like I've seen these, but I don't think I've physically seen a Beanie Baby in a major store
No, yeah.
for at least gosh, I can't even remember the last time I saw a Beanie Baby that wasn't at like a comic shop, you know?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen like a wild Beanie Baby. I've never seen like in like a Target or anything like that. Oh yeah, the Knuckles is very cute. That's a very cute Knuckles. I've seen Itty Bitties before because there was one of I don't like the franchise that much anymore, but I only like Harry Potter purely because of Severus Snape. And there's like an itty bitty of like Severus Snape, and I haven't had a chance to get it yet, so that's how I know about these.
Yeah, it's actually ironic because I think that when I say I haven't seen a Beanie Baby, I mean like a traditional like regular one, not like the ones you were talking about with the big glowy eyes. Because
Yeah.
I've seen those ones only also conveniently at like Hallmark. They have like the little whatever their shelving is called. That's just like little. It almost looks like a fondue fountain, really. Speaking of fondue, it's like when you have like the circles and you have them all stacked in the middle. I guess the best example is like at the Pokemon Center where they have them all like
I think like I'm trying to
circular. It's weird to describe. It's not really something you usually talk about, like how a item is displayed in a store.
Are
You
you
usually just think,
talking-
oh, it's on the shelves, but it's like
the circular
circles.
shelves, like the circle
Yeah.
stack.
There's got to be a technical term for that somewhere that like official business people use.
Like put them on the circle shelf.
Yeah, so we have to put that on the dandelion over there. Why do we call it the dandelion? That's what it's called. It's called the dandelion. It's been called the dandelion since 1933.
Hold on.
When Sir Charles Dandelion the 15th rendered onto the store shelving.
I genuinely don't know what those specific shelves are called, but I know what you're talking about. Like with like it looks like a tower kind of.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a reverse gumball machine.
Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about, and like I remember
But
seeing
yeah,
a bunch
the
of those
whole
in
yeah,
stores.
yeah. The whole point is that it's just like they have a lot of the big-eyed, ball-formed Beanie Babies staring into your soul, and you're just like, what? I kind of just want to get like, oh, you know what? I think the last time I saw an actual Beanie Baby, I think that for one of the McDonald's anniversaries, they did a teeny Beanie Baby of Patty, the platypus, a reissue.
Yeah, yes, I remember that.
Oh
actually.
boy, I wasn't gonna try to get started on teeny Beanie Babies, but I was a teeny Beanie Baby person. I was all up in getting all the teeny Beanie Babies from McDonald's, and I love those things so much.
How many did you have as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I specifically remember that was one of the first times I tried to like get them all as a toy line subconsciously as a kid, I think, because I would be like every week I'd be like, do you have this one this week? They'd be like, nah. No.
Oh.
Because you can just buy the toys separately. Most people didn't know that. You can just go into a McDonald's, you can ask for what toys they have and buy them for like, with inflation, maybe like $3 now. I don't actually know how much they cost. Maybe $4. But you could just walk up to the counter and be like, what toys you got this week? And
what you got?
what you got?
It's like a trade.
And it was an interesting one for, yeah, what you got here?
what you
it
got?
Was interesting
store?
for like what was it? I forget what year anniversary was. It was only a few years ago that they did this, but they brought back so many of the older toys that, like, you could walk up and some of them would just have them all, and then you would like sift through the bags to get the ones you wanted, and they all were like the white bags with the red text, and they just had like the number in the corner. So you're like, okay, this one is that vintage Space Jam Bugs where he's on the net. This one is the Cruella de Vil car that has one of the Dalmatians in it. This one is the Red Ranger doing a fancy pose. So they were all reissues of older McDonald's toys for the anniversary. I'm blanking on the anniversary. I want to say 50, but I know that's probably not right. What if I looky? McDonald's anniversary toys.
McDonald's has been around
Space
for
Jam.
a long time.
Yeah. Because I've been thinking, like, also, how often do you see like the vintage Space Jam toys? So they had like, 2019. That's when they did it. Okay. So they did for the 40th anniversary. Here it is. Okay, 40th retro. Let me see if I can get a group shot here.
Let me see.
Quickly to eBay.
Here it is. Okay. So yeah, for their 40th anniversary, they brought back Patty the Platypus, and they had a lot of other vintage toys too.
Hold on, let me. Because it's doing that web file thing again.
Oh, that's right. Let me paint that for you. You did already. Okay.
I got it. Don't worry.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, chat, if you can hear my windows going off.
Da-dun, ba-dun. That's just the sound of the DVD hitting the corners when you're not noticing, so you have to check again.
You have to double check. But yeah, I remember when they did this.
Yeah, so they brought back a lot of those vintage toys from across the 40 years, and also Transformers related, they brought back the transforming burger and the fries.
I see that.
They did a lot of those a very long time ago. They had their own little Transformers. So they had like, I specifically remember going on eBay to get the like an almost complete set of them that were in good condition, and they're really cool because they unfold into all these different little things, and that's another big path that will lead back to Transformers. So I won't go any further.
Gonna do a lot of Transformers talks here.
Yeah, so I mean, I think you already knew that having the two big toy questions next to each other was gonna make this whole toy nebula up here, and I will keep going.
No, I'm happy about this.
Yeah.
I
think I got quite a few of these actually. I think I was able to get I got the Mickey and the Bugs and the Nuggets, and did I get Hello Kitty? I don't think I got Hello Kitty. I think someone got the last Hello Kitty or something. I don't remember. I don't actually remember when that Hello Kitty was made, because it's weird. It's weird having like a Hello Kitty be included as a nostalgic McDonald's toy.
I remember actually, McDonald's actually did a lot of times when Hello Kitty was like a main focus for like McDonald's toys. I think like 3 times they had Hello Kitty for McDonald's toys actually. And,
wow.
And I remember actually as a kid, I had some of the Hello Kitty toys when I was younger. One of them I remember specifically, it was like Hello Kitty wearing like a snowy jacket. And, like, she held a clock, and the gimmick was, like, you could turn the little knob on the side to change, like, the date.
Ooh.
I really like that toy. I don't have it anymore, but I wish I did. No, but Hello Kitty had a lot of McDonald's toys, so I'm not too surprised seeing it here.
Very fascinating.
You.
I think I would always just focus on like the what was it? I think I was just too Beanie Baby focused.
Too Beanie Baby focused.
I got the beanie brain.
No, I get it. The Beanie Brain. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's another major thing, but I think I will save that for another question because otherwise I will just keep answering all your questions in the span of just this. Yes.
Well, you technically answered my my next question, which was I'll re-say if you want to recap it. What was something that you always wanted as a child but you never got, but being an adult you're able to get now?
Yes. That's the beautiful thing about being able to just get all that stuff now with the power of the internet. Your childhood dreams can come true.
With the power of your own money too.
Yeah, which is ironic because I never actually bought Trap the Mouse.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually tempted by something incredibly silly though with Trap the Mouse because I don't remember when they made it. I want to say it was like 2018 or something. This is gonna be the weirdest place to find this. I went to mail something one day.
Okay.
And they had a very small little like almost postcard style rack of Beanie Baby dog toys. Called Bow Wow Beanies, and you wouldn't believe what one of them was.
Was it Trap the Mouse?
It was Trap the Mouse.
Oh my goodness.
So, staring me right in the face as I go to mail a package to a friend one day, many, many years ago, is a dog toy of Trap. And I'm just thinking, I kind of want to do it. I don't really care about the... No.
Aww.
I guess I probably should have, but I'm not someone who really cares about going to the front to buy something that might be like an embarrassing toy, like, oh, here's like a dog toy you're buying. I'm like, if I'm buying it, I don't really care about like the person who's ringing me up. If it's not self-checkout, it doesn't really matter because I'll never really probably see that person again, and I don't care.
Aww.
But at the time, I was just like, I kind of want to get it, but also, but also, I went to, what did you do today? Oh, I went to the post office and I sent a package and I bought a dog toy of a plush toy I've always wanted. Because he has a crinkle and squeaker inside, which I now realize would have only added to the flavor. I wonder how much that is now. Trap the mouse. Okay. 100% authentic.
100% authentic.
Yeah, because there's a whole universe. Oh, even the crinkle toy is now at least $60. Wow, people like the flat wrap. Oh, I remember why I didn't get it. It's because his quality wasn't as good. So you know the really cute like the eyes up there, right?
Yeah.
And then you see that's a web P. Only villains use that. Then you see what the actual toy looks like, and his eyes are very sad and flat.
Let me see. Hold on.
It looks like almost a completely different toy. So like it's you know they had to make it like dog toy tier. So
I mean, I kind of get it now. It's like it's very not Trap.
Yeah. So the initial impression was, oh my gosh, I have Trap the Mouse right in front of me for some reason at like a random post office, and then I turned it over, and then I saw, oh, they took his
dead
eyes.
Inside.
they took his eyes. They took his quality. They took his everything.
Oh my goodness. He does look dead inside.
He's not doing too good, unfortunately.
He's definitely had better days.
Yeah. He tried. He really did.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So Trap is
but there's,
definitely up there as like one of the
Trap
things.
is up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that my modern sensibilities have outlived the nostalgia for wanting to buy Trap. I'm like, I can allow Trap to exist in my mind, and he's cool and all. But I mean, I was a member of the Thai Beanie Baby Club back in the day. You sent in like a little mail form, and you got a little zippy bag, and there was an exclusive bear in it.
Oh my god, you were actually a part of that?
Yeah, I was a premium.
Oh, that's actually really
Member.
cool.
Because I asked my parents. I forgot what that whole thing was called. Like the Beanie Baby Club. I remember they called them Clubby, didn't they? That was the name of the Beanie Baby they'd give.
Clubby, yeah.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. The official like. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the 1999 official club platinum membership, not a WebM. And they had that really beautiful, like, that Clubby was almost like, I don't want to say luminescent, but
No,
that'd be glowing. But he was like, he had like shimmer to him,
yeah.
and it came in
my
this really cool zippy bag, and there were collector cards, and you got your official club number, which I guess this is revealing the eBay person's club number, but I mean, don't look.
I was actually gonna say, it's so funny you brought this up because I actually own a complete box full of like Beanie Baby cards.
Really?
Yes, I always go thrifting with my brother, and I think I bought this with my brother. Yeah, I did. And I saw this entire box full, it's still saran wrap, by the way, full of Beanie Baby cards. And
Ooh.
I whenever I go to thrift stores, I always try to find something really like what is this? So like if I put this out like on my coffee table, someone's gonna look at this like, Tim, what is that? What are you showing me right now?
I want that conversation starter so that I can info dump for 5 hours.
Exactly. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta get this. It was like $36, but it was worth it though. And like,
yeah, you can literally activate your trap card. Yeah.
But the thing is, I brought it home. I did take out the saran wrap, and like I lifted up like the little, like, you know what, like most like boxes, if you lift up like the paper, it has like a backing. It's like a
yeah.
I lifted up and I was like, I should like put this in my room somewhere, but I have a very small room, so I have like nowhere to put it, so I had to put it away. But I was thinking, it's like, should I open it? Should I open the packs? I thought about actually doing it, but I decided not to because I didn't want to. I thought it'd be funnier just to have a complete set, and if someone were saying like, hey, have you opened one of those? No. No. And one day, if I ever find another box of like complete full of like Beanie Baby cards like the one I found, I'm just gonna buy another one, and I'm not gonna open the cards in that either.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had this sort of odd, not odd. It's like a diagonal nostalgia for obscure cards from obscure properties. Not just like Beanie Baby, but like the fact that they make like, here's a set of cards for this show that was out for like a year and then it stopped airing, and it has like exclusive art or something on it, or maybe it comes with a coin. I'm just like, I want to just have like those, like they have on probably for lots on eBay and stuff. They just have like, here's random cards, like here's cards from Shrek.
Yeah.
Here's cards from like the Garfield animated show, the main Garfield and Friends.
Yeah.
Here's these cards. I don't think they made those, but just as an example, like here's the most obscure things that people would never think of, and it would just be really fun to just open those and be like, hey, here's all this stuff you didn't know about. It's something I liked. Also, wow, this is a lot of 30-year-old dust. Whoa, I should probably have my window open for this one.
Oh, my lungs. Oh, this is not good for me.
Oh, it's like cardboard in my soul.
Actually, I just looked up online. I just found like this exact bag, like filled with everything. How much was the price on this, by the way? That when you looked this up?
It was. I did not click through, so the answer is I don't know.
Because I found one that was just like $17 for this exact thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's surprisingly like, remember when Beanie Babies was all the thing when like reselling to get a bunch of money out of it?
Yeah, because
most Beanie
it
Babies
was
are
like
not.
the cultural big thing. Oh, this one is $8 of $9 shipping.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so unsurprisingly, 99% of Beanie Babies are not worth anything really.
No.
There's only like the top 5 ones. I'll leave this link for later.
Yeah.
There's only like the top 5 ones, or there's only a certain amount that they're actually genuinely worth a lot, but for the most part, it's just like, hey, all that stuff you've been collecting for decades is not really worth anything. It's not like when you get it's not like when you have like import figures that are still sealed in boxes and then they don't get reprinted and they're expensive. When you have like a pile of Beanie Babies, they, if anything, they go down in value over the years. Except for like, of course, like the main one I wanted, Trap the Mouse, who is
why is Trap the most expensive?
100 plus. Oh, I don't know. I think Cheezer's better. He's not dead inside, I promise, but I think he's better. I like Cheezer.
I like Cheezer.
But like, there's something about Trap that I always wanted him because he was so cute. And
He's so flat.
He was always like $100+, and I never understood why he's just a rat.
I tried looking up Cheezer, or not Cheezer, Trap, while you were talking about it, and I was like, oh my god, Diggeh was right. They're like, I saw one was like $300. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and that goes back to my point from like 10 minutes ago, where I was like, well, I think that my nostalgia for Trap the Mouse. Oh, $40 for $6.25 shipping. Wait a minute.
You found one?
No. This is a replica.
Aw.
It's
It's not the OG.
Yeah, this looks, honestly, this might actually look better.
Oh.
No.
Nope. Never mind.
I'm not gonna go on eBay and I remember the other mouse too. There was a really cute one. There's a really cute one named Tiptoe the Mouse. I really, if it wasn't obvious, I kind of liked plush toy mice because they're adorable.
Yeah, I'm seeing a trend.
Yeah, I think younger me was really into the very cute little mice. I think it was because also they have like their tails that are very wiggly, except for, well, no, Trap had a tail.
Yeah, Trap had a tail.
Yeah, so there was a 1999 Beanie Baby named Tiptoe the Mouse. It was very cute. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's Tiptoe. And what I actually what made me gasp in a good way, I have to get a good picture of this really quick because it's really cute. Like the minute I saw, yeah. So here's Tiptoe.
He's very silly looking.
If you're interested in following a streamer who is the #1 big fan of Beanie Baby plush toy mice showing live on stream, why don't you give a follow to twitch.tv/Timothy Aaron Kudusu. I've made you the Beanie Baby mouse streamer.
Oh my god. I mean, if we're gonna talk about like, hold on, a Beanie Baby. If we're gonna talk about that, the one I currently have right now, he does not have a proper name. He is just called Rat.
Rat.
This is the Zodiac one I was talking about earlier to show you.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, because the Zodiac line literally was just the name of the Zodiac is the name of the toy.
I saw this Beanie Baby in a thrift store. You'll be surprised that a lot of the Beanie Babies I find nowadays are all in thrift stores. Yeah, no, I found this at a thrift store. I thought it was just really cool looking and really purple. I was like, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
So I got him, and I thought it was really weird that his name was only Rat. So I asked my boyfriend. He's like, "Hey, give him a name," and his name is Raul. I believe it was
Raul.
Yeah, Raul.
Very powerful.
But he has very special eyes. Very blue.
does.
He's got really scary eyes. I gotta pull him out. He's like in the boxes.
He's staring at me.
I'll put Raoul away for your safety.
Bye, Raoul.
Bye, Raoul.
They had a couple other cute little Christmas mice too.
Oh, okay, those are really cute. This is the green one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the green one looks a lot cuter. The face.
Yeah, that's Tidings the mouse.
Tidings?
Yeah, good tidings.
Oh, I like how he's just like, Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas, sir.
Please, sir, may I have some cheese?
Would you accept my gift, sir?
It's in the giving of a gift to another.
It's very cute. It's so cute. What was your hyperfixation with like mice? And this was like you as a kid, like having liking so many like mice Beanie Babies.
Well, it's not really mice, but if you do want to segue into that question, I can answer that. Mm-hmm. I think that it all has to do. It's not mice related, but it's rodent adjacent. Mm-hmm. It was Hamtaro.
That makes sense.
Hamtaro, everything. I had all of the play sets. I had all the figures. Mm-hmm. I watched it all the time. I had all of the Burger King toys. Mm-hmm. I had was it VHSs or was it DVDs at the time? I think it was VHSs.
VHSs.
Yeah. I had whatever releases they had. Going back to, again, early internet purchasing stuff, I used the power of eBay. Thanks, fam.
Yeah.
And I got, and I imported some of the other figures that we didn't get here, or maybe did we? What ones did we do? I don't know, because I vividly remember when Ham Ham Heartbreak came out. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I need a figure of Angel and Spat right away.
Yeah.
I need them. And lo and behold, they had figures. And so I was just like, you know what? Hey, can I get those, please?
Yeah.
And so to this day, I still have most of those figures. And there were a couple of really cool ones that I super really liked. There was a character who, this is like, if you're talking obscure, this is obscure even for Hamtaro.
Okay.
I really, really liked this character whose name, let me make sure I have to make sure it's not a WebP jump scare every time.
Yeah.
There is a character whose name is Stucky, and he's stuck in a pipe. He's like stuck in a Mario pipe.
Aww. It's very cute, homie.
Yeah, he's not usually the main character you'd say Hamtaro-wise that you would know, because I think maybe he was only in like an episode.
Yeah.
I'm fact-checking myself live, but yeah, he was only in one episode where they were playing hide and seek. Mm-hmm. And it turns out there were two Cappies when they were playing hide and seek, and then they realized, wait a minute, that's not Cappy. There's Cappies over there. And it's a new ham named Stucky, who's the hide-and-seek genius hamster who rolls himself around stuck in a pipe.
Aww.
And I really like him a lot. I'm holding him in my hand, too.
Oh my god. Behold.
Stucky.
We're gonna let him be full. Oh, he's very cute.
He goes like...
Well,
he's got like the one.
I've seen Hamtaro as a kid. Like I never watched it though, but I heard and knew of Hamtaro. What was Hamtaro like? Very much like a big part of your childhood.
Yeah, it was a massive part of my childhood. I mean, I love, and I still love Hamtaro. I have the Nendoroid Hamtaro right next to me too.
Aww.
And it's so it wasn't like a mouse thing. It's just, here's Hamtaro, and anything rodent adjacent that looks cute, I love it, especially if it's from Japan, which also led me into my other Japan obsession things, which led me into more figures and more properties, which would take hours to get into again. But for the sake of Hamtaro, it was like, I don't remember the order. I think it was announced and shown in a commercial on TV, and the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, look at the hamsters!
The hamsters.
They're little hamsters, and they have big adventures. And I was just like, I love this. And I forget if the game came out first or if we got the anime first. But whatever the order was, I was rocking the original Game Boy game all the time. I still have it. I still have it. I think it was Ham Ham. I want to say it was Game Boy Color for us, but I think Japan got it as a Game Boy. Let me fact check myself live. It was called Ham Ham's Unite. And then it was the final game published on the Game Boy Color by Nintendo. Back in 2001 in Japan, and we got it in 2002.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big fact. That was the last ever Nintendo published Game Boy Color game. But like that's crazy.
Oh, that does sound crazy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that was gonna be like a point, but I guess I must have forgotten it. So we just dropped that nugget bomb of information.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, if there's one thing you take away from this stream, just remember that Hamtaro Ham Ham's Unite for the Game Boy Color was the last Nintendo published Game Boy Color game. Also Stucky, so remember two things.
Stucky.
And follow
don't
Tim.
forget.
That's three things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, boy, the hold that Hamtaro had on me and still has on me to this day. Like, you know, I talk about Ham Ham Heartbreak. I played that forever, and I remember always wanting to play the newer games that came out because we didn't get Rainbow Rescue in the United States. It was only released in like Japan and Europe, and it was kind of a little known fact. These games were done by like, well, at least the Game Boy Advance games. Those were by you may remember a small company, little I can't just say Nintendo, but you may remember a little company called Alpha Dream.
I actually it doesn't ring a bell with me, actually.
Oh, okay. Mario and Luigi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The RPGs, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Alpha Dream did like all of the Mario and Luigi games and stuff, and they made Rainbow Rescue, and of course like the one Hamtaro game actually we did get the DS game. It was called Ham Ham Games. And that was also by Alpha Dream, but we didn't get Rainbow Rescue, which was a direct follow-up to Ham Ham Heartbreak because it had like a similar sprite style. It was so pretty. So Hamtaro kind of like early inspired a lot of things. It inspired my my further like toy collecting, reaching out to like internet stuff. It inspired me reaching out to more Japanese media. It inspired me to want to look up more obscure games and stuff, and it inspired me to love hamsters because they're so cute. Hamsters, hamsters. But that's such a me thing to be like, yeah, my favorite character is a hamster that's stuck in a pipe from one episode, and that was one of the major things that I wanted to import early on was I wanted Stucky. He's trapped in a pipe. Stucky. It's so cool. Yeah, I actually, one of the earliest, it also inspired me to start doing like custom art stuff because one of the silliest things I did was I actually made like back in the early days, I made like a custom Hamtaro Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Oh wow!
Like I did like as an art project. I made cards of them because you know it's really easy to make fake cards these days, but there were no generators back then, so I was like using MS Paint. Some stuff hasn't changed, but I was using MS Paint, and I was like using like custom, well, not custom fonts. I think it was just like I would give the hamsters the font that I thought that they were, and I'd give them like their text, and their attacks would be like not like attacks, but they'd be like stuff they do in the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of my life is a lot of my creative energy and everything. I think I just owe it all to Hamtaro.
Only Hamtaro. Head empty. Only Hamtaro.
Well, Yeah. I mean, I have like 50 million properties I like, so I'll try not to go to those two, but I like Stucky. Oh, I actually before that, I found an image of him, and I don't know the context of this, but he's just like he's just running next to them in a race car.
Hold on, let me pull it.
In anime.
Aww!
I don't know how this happened.
It just does. How does he get in
Yeah.
this situation?
How did he do this? He's just running.
It's very cute though. I love Hamtaro's style, like the cutesy art style.
Yeah, I love all the art. It's so good. Oh, I remember because his toy. This is obviously not English packaging because I don't think we got Stucky because he was in one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an image where he's flat.
Oh, is there?
This is now the Stucky show. Hold on, I need to.
The Stucky show. We talk about Stucky only.
Yeah, I just need you to see how flat he is.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I had good taste. I found myself a really cool main hamster. Look at him.
Oh, little guy.
He's so flat. Who flattened Stucky?
Who flattened him?
He's trapped in there.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember that he came with like his toy came with like his little wagon, and he had like the little whatever the term is for like that toy where you have the stackable rings. As soon as it loads, you'll see.
Yeah.
But this is I think this is I forget.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I forget what they're called, but he has like his little toy wagon and stuff. Whoa! City at TV! Whoa!
Oh god.
Piccoli, tiny hamster.
He's not very tiny right now.
Hamtaro is little hamster's big adventures.
Oh my goodness.
I said she's just like the biggest image ever.
It's really cute.
We haven't even gotten to the Stucky part yet.
Hold on, we're getting there. We are in fact getting there.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's a bit of Stucky. There we go.
Oh, we're getting there. There he is. Dun 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 dun.
Is this where is this? Where is this toy only specified? Is this I can't tell what language this is in.
I am not 100% sure either.
I think it's Spanish. I want to say
it's kind of like they even got like the cute art in there too.
Yeah.
Because Hamtaro had a massive presence everywhere, like everywhere. But you know, the toys like Stucky, I don't think we got. But there's a couple of them that I also imported besides well the parents paid for, of course, but that I claim fame to importing. Like let me see if I can find them. Bam 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 bam. I mean, I could easily talk about all the US toys done by Hasbro because they made a lot of like really neat stuff. Like they had like these really cute like ham charms, and they of course had the major playset. This is once I started the Hamtaro train, this wasn't gonna stop. They had like the little ham charms.
I didn't expect that we'd be talking so much about Hamtaro.
Oh, we are now.
Oh, we are now.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to I didn't want to segue immediately earlier because then we would go through this too. But there's like these charms. There's like the original toy packaging was shaped like Hamtaro in the US.
Let me see. Oh. Okay, those are very cute.
Yeah. And then they had like a giant Hamtaro. They had like a big plush toy. I think his eye's yellow over the years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a picture that's not yellow, but I guess this is the best I can do. That's not a WebM. They had like a big Hamtaro and a big bijou.
Oh, his eyes.
Oh yeah, he's looking a little
His eyes are very much yellow. Oh my god! It's so small!
It's a very tiny image in comparison to the Stucky toy.
It was so small!
But yeah, Hasbro had the license for Hamtaro toys, and so they made a lot of stuff. And this one came with I believe that's a premium VHS tape right there.
Oh yeah, I see that on the side.
Yeah, so they did a lot of those, and the big one, I unfortunately don't have it anymore, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the picture real quick, because there's also oh, this one looks neat too.
Oh.
They made a replica of the clubhouse.
Oh.
Like the full clubhouse. The entire thing.
Oh, I think I've definitely seen that before.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God darn it!
No, this one's big. Oh, concern it. Golly gee.
It's very cute though. I love little playsets like this. I'm a sucker for playsets. Like little houses.
Yeah.
Oh, I love houses like this.
Yeah, and that also kind of also goes into, if I can get a good image of this, they also made their own kind of like, that's a blurry image. They made a House for Hamtaro too, not just the clubhouse, but most importantly, they made, you've probably seen these in like generic Tumblr aesthetic posts. They made their own Polly Pockets, basically.
Yeah, I've seen those. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I did not have. Oh, that's like a perfect. That was like perfect.
Perfect size. Put it on the TV.
Yeah.
I'm holding it in my hand. I'm holding it. I'm holding
it.
Presenting Hamtaro.
I didn't have Polly Pockets as a kid, but I always loved like Polly Pockets that weren't pocket size, more like bento size, like this. I love these. They were always so like more detailed and cute. I actually own like a kind of like a bento Polly Pocket, but it's like Hello Kitty. Because I saw like a TikTok that made it look so aesthetically pleasing, so I had to buy it.
Yeah, it's a dangerous subject to want to transition into Pokemon stuff, but the whole Pokemon home line of like the Polly Pocket things. If you've seen those, I don't know if you have or not, but
I have actually. I own. It's not so much of a Polly Pocket, but it's like a little. It's on the same line where it's like a little terrarium with little Pokemon figures, and like they're in a Pokeball.
Oh yeah, like the Rement ones.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I have one of those.
So what I'm talking about is like the vintage. This is always a hard one to get good images for, because it's either like here's the like a super crusty image from some. Oh, this is actually a perfect one. Thank you, Pinterest. Let me steal that from you.
Always trust on Pinterest to give you those pictures.
Yeah, so it was called the line. I mean, I have it bookmarked. I think I would remember what it was. I think it was just Pokemon House. Not Pokemon Home, because that is a service.
Yeah.
They had a series called Pokemon House, and it's those ones. Yeah, and they connect with like bridges and stuff.
I thought they're so cute. I love this. I love this.
Yeah, and just seeing all the Pokemon vintage packaging, that is just like the immediate nostalgia hit that sends me down like a 3-hour rabbit hole of remembering. Like here's like the bouncy balls that had the Pokemon figures inside them, and I would break that open like everyone else did just to save the Jolteon inside.
Just to save the Jolteon.
Save the Jolteon.
Oh yeah, no, I remember this. I always wanted. I've always wanted to get this. Even as an adult, I just like keep seeing that like pop up in my like For You on like online for like online shops. And I'm just like, I want it.
I'll always want to rebuy them because I don't think I have them anymore. I think they're lost to time, unfortunately. I do have my Hamtaro stuff saved. I made sure to like perma-lock that in my child brain. Like Hamtaro stuff is never getting donated.
Never, ever.
Small, and I keep it. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have the There's this super cute tin. Here it is. There was a tin that came with the Hamtaro Trading Cards Series 1.
Okay.
I don't think there was a Series 2, but there was a tin that came with trading cards that included like a mini map and stuff. And I have all of my collection stored in this tin, and it's so cute.
Oh, okay, that's really cute.
Yeah, it has like unique art. I won't post all the images, but like all the
I will show the tin.
images on the side.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Get,
Gigantic.
Get tinned.
Yeah, all the hams are on the side, and it has like all the trading cards. Oh, there was a series 2. Oh no, there wasn't. That was a series 1 box. But this is really cute. I'll send this too. I will shrink it a little bit.
Me.
Oh, this is by Artbox. I remember really wanting, like, they had a randomly inserted autograph card, and I'm like, did Hamtaro sign this? And the packs were like this box is so cute.
Oh, it's very cute. Oh.
I love the style on it. And you know how people always talk about, like, one of the easiest big nostalgia things is like, here's a giant map that you would like, the giant like play, what's it called, like the rug that you'd be on, and it has like a city in it and stuff.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about, like a play mat.
Yeah, my version of that is this. Is the Hamtaro trading card map.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, that's so cute though.
Yeah, and all of the packs had the little Hamtaro stylized. It was super cute.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much for you.
Yeah, because I've always been a major miniatures collector, so I'd always get like the micro machines, which is another big tangent that I'll be careful not to tread on, otherwise I'll be here even longer. Not that that's a bad thing, but I mean, I don't want to keep you.
No, you're fine. I will say I will slightly shift the topic from Hamtaro on to my next question if you're okay with that.
Oh, good luck, Tim. Okay.
Good luck.
Wow, that was easy.
I'll hit you with my next question that I have for you. What was your favorite thing or place as a kid that's just completely gone due to the modern age?
I miss sour Altoids.
Sour Altoids. What are those?
Sour Altoids. I know that's not really a place, but
it's like is that like a thing?
Yeah. Do you know what Altoids are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a very famous line called Altoid Sours that had different flavors. So there was like, I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay.
So it came in this circular tin, and they had flavors from tangerine to raspberry to citrus to cider apple. And these things are, I can still taste them. They're so good, and so many people they've done like petitions to bring them back. They've made their own versions.
Really?
Yeah, and then you see like people who have been selling them on eBay, and you open them up and they're all like melted together, but they're like, I want this again.
I've never heard of. I knew about Altoids, like just the casual mints. I never heard about sour Altoids though before.
Yeah, growing up, sour was always like my favorite thing. I don't do it as much now, like flavor wise, but I do appreciate some really good sour snacks. And the way that these Altoids hit, because they're supposed to be like, Altoids are traditionally mints, so you don't like, they're not like. They are candy, but they're not like candy where you keep just eating like the whole tin in one day. I mean, I guess you could, but
yeah.
But with the Altoids, oh, those I could eat a whole tin and be like, this is great. I don't need the roof of my mouth because I love this stuff.
You just live off of sour Altoids.
Yeah, and it was just something about it that was so delicious, and there's been so many people that have wanted to bring it back or remake them, because they used to come in these they also came in these like little bags. I remember these too. Like they had the tin bags. Like, oh, I'm getting a bag with tins in it.
Oh, this is so interesting. I've never seen an Altoid bag. Yeah,
there's a bag of tinned Altoids, and they're sour and they're candy. So I want you to imagine like icebreakers, but instead of them being flat, it's like you're eating a small candy tangerine. And it has a very distinct, really good sour flavor to it that's not too overpowering. Like it depends on what flavor you get, because I'll just post them all. I think that there were only 4 of them. Are these different? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there were apple too. That's right. Citrus. Were there 6 flavors? Am I discovering new Altoids live on stream? There's no way. Unless we're getting that Altoid lore.
The Altoid lore. I never thought I'd learn about Altoids. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's not typically a conversation topic, but for sour Altoids, I will go out and talk about how great these are. There were 2 other ones. Okay. So there were 6 of them ? There might be more that I've never known about. Whoa. My world.
You just rocked your world.
Yeah, I've just entered a new dimension of flavor.
Oh, okay.
So they had I deleted my other image. They had tangerine, raspberry, citrus, cider, but on top of that, they also had apple, passion fruit. Wait, is that a 7th flavor? What is happening?
Okay, which ones have you had, actually?
I remember my favorite was always the, it was always like was it the mango? I say I remember, but then I forgot. Tangerine, yeah, tangerine sour.
Okay.
So it's always my favorite. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I keep looking at the mango because that's the color I picture it as, but the flavor was specifically tangerine. I just like the color of the tin on the mango one.
Yeah, fair enough.
The passion fruit one looks like Kingdom Hearts. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please. Sour Altoids, come back.
Please.
Yeah, I don't, again, it's not something you usually think about or something that you typically would have in conversation, which this is also answering another question you have.
Yes.
But this is like the de facto nostalgia taste that I have. I can, you can have nostalgia for, like we said, anything, but it can also be tied to like really good food. Like one time when I was at a very good sushi place, I got, usually I'd be like, I'm not gonna get like an expensive piece, but they had this really good one that had truffle on it. And it was only for 1 piece, and it was I forget how much it was. It wasn't like $50 or something crazy like that. I think it was like 20. But from that 1 piece, I can never forget that taste. I have like this immense nostalgia for this really good like truffle sushi piece. This one little piece, and something similar to that, like tying it back to this, is the fact that that tangerine Altoid taste is I can feel it. It's not just a regular sour. It's a very vivid, very strong, like really good sour citrus that just, it takes me back every time. And maybe I should try out some of the recreations people have done. It can never truly match up, but still.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. To Amazon.
Oh, well, I didn't think I learned so much about Altoids. My goodness.
Yeah, this may be the most you ever hear about Altoids your whole life.
My entire life, until like they do something else impactful.
This may be the only Altoids-based conversation you have, and it's an honor to be your Altoids friend.
Thank you for being my Altoids friend, Diggeh.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag but what if.
But what if?
Hey, if they brought back sour Altoids, I would consider a sponsorship. Just saying.
Would you accept a sponsorship from Altoids at all? We don't have the sour ones, but would you like a sponsorship?
No.
Nah, I'll pass. So I feel like you've already answered this next question, but I'll still ask it anyway if you want to have a different answer to it. What was your child hyperfixation, and has that hyperfixation left, or does it still linger, or is it 100% a part of your everyday life now?
Hamtaro, when we work together, it's much better. But also, to not make it another hour of Hamtaro. I would say I'm gonna take it back to Micro Machines because I love miniature collectibles, and as much as I would always get like, Hot Wheels and stuff, there was something about Micro Machines that was so fundamental to my world, and most specifically, it was the. Let me get the image real quick here.
No, take your time.
I gotta go fast. Whoa! I'm zooming.
That's my natural speed. I got 100 plus words per minute, Tim.
Is that actually?
Yes. I go zoom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's always funny when friends do like chill streams where they'll have like one of those little like typing tests with the race cars in them.
Yeah.
And everyone's all like, I'm gonna type up here. I'm gonna go, and then I join. They don't know.
They don't
know I'm about to go. They don't.
Oh.
They don't know.
They don't. They have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, here it is. Okay. I have to remember that there's an updated version of this. Oh, those are good prices. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna casually buy stuff No, I won't.
I mean, I don't mind if you do or not. Your information's not being streamed here.
At everyone.
No,
So-
I can't afford you being doxxed.
So, one of my biggest fixtures of toy goodness that I lived vividly through was the 1991 Micro Machines Van City.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a giant van that unfolds the hinges into multiple
Oh my God.
parts of whoa, big. Multiple
It's like
parts
a
of a
jump
sprawling
scare every
city.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool though.
Yeah, and so the other images are kind of small, but you get the idea. Oh, I'll show you an image of what it looks like opened up too.
Okay.
So this thing, you may actually, if you remember, I was gonna say remember, but why is this store called Rocks for Less? Why are you selling Hot Wheels anyway?
Why are you selling
if
Hot
you've
Wheels?
seen if you've seen like the Mario movie toys and they have like the van that can
yes.
unfold into, yeah, I mean of course I have that too, obviously, but it's kind of that similar thing where you unfold an actual car into pieces of something inside. So like in the Mario movie one with the Mario van, it becomes like little vignettes of the film. But for this is the Van City, and this thing unfolds into one of the coolest big play sets you've ever seen, because it is literally a whole city. You got that like high quality 90s goodness. You got let me just casually remove their QR code just in case. Don't
Yes.
scan this or you'll go to their eBay store. Not
Just
sponsored.
not sponsored.
But what if?
But what possible? What if?
What if we got sponsored by a random stream? We just randomly get an eBay store sponsored.
I don't think that's a thing. Is that a thing? Just like,
No.
yeah, I would think that's a thing. Just like you sponsor someone else's eBay's account.
Yeah, I'll sponsor some random person I don't know because they've cut this picture. Yeah, but
that
this
looks awesome.
this is like, this was my life. You open this thing, you could like the fact that it was a giant van that had like, I want to say it was rubber tires, but don't quote me on that. Like it was super durable. Like a lot of stuff was. It was super chunky and very very well constructed. And this thing unfolded into the coolest city you've ever seen outside of the rug we mentioned earlier. Like this thing has like a landing pad. Actually, that's not a landing. I think there was a landing pad somewhere. I think there was another place that you could add onto the Van City. They sold a lot of those. But you can see like up there they have like a viewpoint with a little bench for some reason.
Yeah.
They have a bridge. I think is that a gondola? I actually don't know from this angle.
I'm like looking
I
at
don't
your
remember.
image in Discord, and I can't really tell.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit like stuff's happening.
So something's
You
happening.
know, you look back at something you really liked and you realize I don't actually know what's going on most of the time, but I liked when the crane moved around.
I like when we go whoosh.
I like when it went whoosh. And if you look on the right side where they have the orange thing, that was a launcher. So you pull back the two red triangles.
Yeah.
And you put your. And remember, these are micro machines. These are like the size of maybe your cuticle. They're very like as small as like your pinky almost, maybe. Like tiny cars.
Oh.
So you'd have a whole city of those, and you could launch those, and they'd just go, "Woo! You'll never find that. Yeah, you'll never find that Corolla in your carpet again." That's gonna be there for decades.
So
yeah, they had a lot of this stuff, and I was a major Micro Machines kid. I had whatever. If they had a small car for any property, I owned it to the best of my young abilities to not buy stuff. But I should probably also show you the box itself too, because that is the box packaging for stuff is also the immediate nostalgia, because even if you don't specifically remember what a thing was, you can remember seeing a box in store and be like, "Whoa, that thing."
Oh, that is definitely
yeah.
a whoa box. Oh wow.
This is a whoa box. They made a lot of whoa boxes in the 90s. This is
also
whoa
a very
box.
90s box.
Yeah, this is you've got like the brightest neons possible, the official Micro Machines logo, Super Van City, highways and byways. By Galoob.
Would you say this specific like Micro Machines is still definitely like a part of your everyday life?
Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Super Van City anymore. I do have a very small collection of surviving Micro Machines. I think one of them was it's a very small little red car. I had it bookmarked after I had to try to research which one it was, but actually, you could say that in spirit, this is still a part of it, because as recently as I want to say a few years ago, they did bring back Micro Machines. And they're actually, they actually brought them back. And this time, they made a modern version of Super Van City.
Oh, let me take a gander at this.
They made this.
Wow. Oh, wow. Do you think it's like, do you compare this, like, do you think it's like at the same, like the old ones? Or do you think like it's not really that much the same?
I think it looks, you can kind of see elements of the original, but from certain angles, you can kind of see that, as with most things, it's a bit cheaper. Like, it's solid plastic without like maybe like really small stickers, but most of it's like here's a bunch of blue towers. But you do see in the images that there's they still have the launcher. They still have they have elements of it, but it's not the same city. Like it's you can tell it's different, but it's still like a giant van. It has the same name too, Super Van City. It folds out. They were cashing in on that nostalgia, which I never bought it for some reason. That's weird.
Okay, well, so actually, let me ask. You do like toy reviews, like you said earlier, right?
Yeah.
Have you reviewed the Micro Machines before?
I actually haven't. Most of my reviews have been kind of a mix of random, obscure blind boxes and cool stuff that you probably hadn't heard of. And my main one was I did it back in 2021. I did an Among Us unboxing video that has like a lot of
I saw that.
It's at like 3.4 now. I'm like, where are you people coming from?
Just like, what? Where are you guys coming from?
That's millions of people. Gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, so my toy reviews are usually, I want to unbox a really cool mystery blind box that, because a lot of people when they do it, you know, they'll have like the cutesy music playing, they'll wiggle it around a lot,
Yeah.
and you won't really get a good like view of
What
the
you're
art,
looking
and they'll just
at.
open it and they'll be like, okay, I opened this one. This one's neat. Let's open the next box. Mine is like, hello, this is me. Here's the box. Look very closely at it. Now look at this side. Look at that side. It's more entertaining than that, but look at that side.
You're very
And
more
now we open
intricate
it.
with like as you display it.
Yeah, because, you know, these are things that you may only buy like once, you know, and you really wouldn't pay too much attention, but being able to show off something in its like entirety with, you know, kind of a bit more formality, I think is really nice in a sea of, I want to just open a bunch of stuff and here's the cute figure inside and we move on. I'm like, no, you bought this and you should probably appreciate everything, including the little art card that comes with it. We should look at all the details and look at the little, and sometimes you find out stuff that you didn't know. Like I got a cute blind box of bubble eggs, which is just like a little guy who's got pearls inside him, and you shake it around and he's cute. And what I found out while opening it live is that he actually has like a really nice soapy smell.
Does he?
Because I think he has like some whatever the term is. Was it? I was gonna say foie gras, but that's food. I'm thinking you know the word I'm thinking of, like
Can you try to explain it?
It's about potpourri.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about then.
He's got, I can't spell it right now, but it's got like a smell that smells like a good thing that's kind of soapy.
Yeah.
Smells like a good
Smells like soap.
Yeah, so I like to show off, you know, not just something obscure that people haven't seen that's really cool, but I want to give it the justice it deserves, because I think that stuff like that shouldn't just be in like a compilation of boxes. And if you do a compilation of boxes, then you should do that for all of them. I mean, the video is going to be longer, but it's better than being like, okay, here's this. We're opening it. Yippee! This thing has wings on it. Anyway, let's open this box. I'm like, well, hold the phone.
You didn't even look at it.
You didn't even look at it. That's crazy.
That is very crazy.
I am now once again eyeing the new Super Van City, but it's actually probably cheaper to get the original one.
I mean,
I think this thing, I think it cost like 80 when it came out. Maybe that's why I didn't buy it.
That would make sense. That why you wouldn't buy it then.
It's very big.
How, like, would you have the shelf space for it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Was there a different colored one? Oh, there was. I'm sorry. I immediately just realized that there was a different colored Super Van City.
No, you're fine. You're good.
It's like I'm learning so many things too, Tim.
That's the fun of it.
We're both getting so much knowledge.
Well,
there was let's see. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while your knowledge is being filled, I'm gonna hit you with another question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, what sounds, smells, or images trigger your nostalgia?
Well, I've already covered the Altoids.
The Altoids is like smell or like taste. What's like another like things?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of those. I think most of them are tied to like theme parks.
Ooh, okay. Did you go to a lot of them as a kid?
Yeah, we were very Disney.
Very Disney. Okay.
We go to Disneyland a lot, and a couple of other places too. So it's a lot of vivid memories of kind of just like feeling the ambiance of like being on places like Main Street and just like kind of like the general. How do I describe like a tactile air? What does that mean? I don't know.
You want to try and better explain it?
Oh boy. How about instead I once again bring this back to toys.
Yes. Naturally.
I've just noticed that Superman City has a shovel on it.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That wasn't my answer, but I just saw that after I sent you the image.
Yeah.
So my brain immediately went there.
You saw shovel and just went shovel.
Yeah, I kind of can't help it.
I can't blame you.
I'm gonna say, let's see, sound-wise, is it cheating to say, like, stuff from shows? Like, very specific sound effects?
No, that's not cheating. There's no cheating in this.
Yeah.
This is an interview.
Oh, what if I do my super-duper research into my brain first? Ah. Oh, boy. Yeah, so there's a lot of prominent sounds, kind of like the generic cartoony, like like the kind of like the stuff that gets used in compilation music, like remixes and stuff.
Yeah.
So kind of like those kind of sounds, like and stuff like that. That gives me like the distinct. That takes me back to like, all right, it's Saturday morning. It is time to get my cereal. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch some Beast Wars.
So like basically Saturday morning cartoons, kind of.
Yeah, silly, funny sounds.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, it makes more sense than tactile air.
Tactile air.
Tactile air deployed. Smells like Main Street.
I mean, I kind of get what you mean when you say that.
Yeah, it's just funny though.
So it's like sounds. That's like sounds. Like, do you have any others for like taste and like I guess sight?
Yeah. And speaking of tastes, let's also hydrate and stretch.
Oh, thank you. Let me get a good drink in me.
Yeah, I had to remind myself to do that too.
It's a reminder to both of us. Oh my god,
I've had some tea sitting here.
Ooh, what kind of tea?
Nice peach.
Ooh. I've been hearing a lot of peach today. Everyone's talking about peach flavored stuff today.
Really?
Yeah, one of my friends, like, in another chat, were, like, talking about, like, I don't remember what drink it was, but there was just, like, a peach-flavored drink. Everyone was like, yeah, peach! Everyone just kept screaming in the chat, peach, peach, peach! I'm like,
peach!
And, like, I didn't say anything because, like, I don't like peach-flavored stuff, so... But I wasn't gonna ruin their fun, but it was just, like, everyone was like, peach, peach, peach! It's like, man, everyone's talking about peach-flavored stuff today.
Wow, it's gotta be a sign.
It's gotta be, I gotta try more peaches.
Unfortunately, there were no sour peach Altoids.
Sour peach?
Sour peach kind of sounds like it'd be a good flavor.
I've never thought about that before. I can't imagine what it would taste like.
There's probably sour peach gummies.
Most likely. It's like, I know there's like peach rings, like peach gummy rings.
Yeah, like there's the peach rings, but I'm thinking more like there's like bags of Sour Patch Kids peach.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Peachy trolleys. Peachios.
I've never had, I'm not much of a gummy person personally. I wish I was though.
Yeah, I used to be pretty big into gummies, and also I was a big Skittles person. And over the years, I've come to realize that I can't do that anymore because my teeth are like, what are you doing, buddy? We're gonna have to brush you twice in a row today.
Stop, it hurts. Please. I used to be the king of sour Skittles. I'd down that bag and be like, hey, we got some more? And now I'm just like, I'm gonna buy some sour Skittles out of nostalgia. Because apparently sour is also my big nostalgia flavor. Really?
Yeah, I owe that to the sour Altoids, I guess.
I guess now you know where it comes from.
Yeah, I'm uncovering all of the secrets to my past today.
All of the secrets.
Yeah, this is the depths of my lore. Is that it all comes back to Hamtaro and sourness.
that is like the two like lines that cross a lot with you.
Hamtaro, sour, and tiny cars. Sometimes they transform.
It's a fusion.
Yeah. I used to. So yeah, I did try like a bag of sour Skittles recently, not recently, but recent enough to be like, yeah, I can't anymore with this. I'm sorry, but I can maybe do the gummies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Delicious.
All right. Okay. I didn't know you'd be so much of a sour enjoyer. I didn't expect that.
I didn't think that this fella here, who's always so silly and positive,
Chipper,
he's
yeah.
he's actually a very sour person.
I can only imagine like the quote unquote evil Diggeh would be like. What's like the opposite of digging then? Burying?
Filling cement pouring.
Cement pour.
Because that stops the growth of life.
Oh
Oh,
god.
that's metal.
Oh god. Oh no, evil Diggeh.
He pours cement.
Oh. No, oh my god. Well, I'm gonna hit you with my next question for you if you're okay with that.
Bring it on.
Do you think nostalgia or having nostalgia is a weakness or empowering as we grow up?
Well, that's an easy one. I think that it is empowering. I think that there's a lot of people who kind of, as they grow up, they think that things are too childish for them. There's a lot of people who kind of put off. You're probably also very familiar with this. There's a lot of people that put off animated stuff and they say, oh, this thing is for kids. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch this. I want to watch like the adult animation stuff. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties into, like they see it as, here's this nostalgia that I don't need to experience because it's for kids. It was for when I was a kid, and I don't want to see this because I'm not that age anymore. But that kind of ideology I've never liked, because you should always be free to watch whatever you think is cool. And especially when I was a kid, I was always a big fan of not being talked down to by shows. I always really enjoyed when they would have the serious storylines and they would, the characters would actually feel things and go through stuff.
Yeah.
And work it out together. And that's why I really liked, like, not just Beast Wars. There were a lot of shows that were like, I'm glad you're not talking down to me.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that, like, we can actually learn something from this instead of being like, oh, well, we're bringing this anime over from Japan. We're going to censor this.
Yeah.
But I like One Piece. I like when they do the serious stuff over there. Can I get more of that, please?
No.
No, here's the Super Soakers for kids.
Super soakers.
Then they brought out the hammer guns.
Hammer guns.
Have you ever seen the hammer gun?
I've heard of it. I know of the tragic tales of 4 kids, One Piece.
Yeah, as great as, having cartoons was, having all that stuff from like the 2003 Turtles show.
Yeah.
Was incredibly good and actually very mature. I was surprised that 4 kids did it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is there a good image of this? But I was and I am a major One Piece fan, and living through that era until we got to Funimation was not fun, because I'd be like, well, I mean, it's the only way to watch it in the US, but then you have this.
It's really sad.
I have all these digital which until recently, apparently some of those are mandated by Toei.
Oh,
I did not know that. Yeah, because there's always been like the stigma of, everything 4Kids has done has been bad, but citation needed. I remember seeing something about how that was not all them.
The hammer
The
gun.
problem with One Piece is the jigsaw puzzles are really easy to solve. Yeah, so true.
Oh my goodness! So
That's really crazy.
I'll throw us on this stream to show the hammer guns.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that we had to put up with as early anime fans in North America, getting stuff finally.
Very.
We had
very
they were like.
censored.
They were like, hey, One Piece is a big property.
But we can't show all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we can't see people getting hurt or having issues.
Or having emotions.
Yeah, we have to, like, draw this. I want to meet the artist who drew the digital hammer bopper. Or maybe I don't. I take that back.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I won't. I've been through it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like how the henchman would like point at Kaiba, be like, "You're coming with us," and he jumps off a cliff for it. And they're like, "Why did he do that?" They're just pointing at him. And I'm like, I know why. I know why.
You know why.
But instead of making this about 4 kids, One Piece, I'll bring it back to. Why were they pointing at him? Why did they? Oh well.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, I was
I'm
always
just imagining it now, just like they're pointing and he just falls off the cliff.
Yeah, have you seen that?
I've not actually.
I'll send it to you for later.
Okay.
It'll be the let's see here. Kaiba point.
Kaiba point.
Okay, I think this is the one for later. He literally they point at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you a screen cap if you want to show it.
Yeah.
In just a second, if I can get it over here. Alrighty. So they... that didn't capture. I gotta get the timing right!
Take your time.
There we go. It would actually probably be faster just to get the image from Google, but I'm already here. So they very obviously edited something out, and I think you can guess what it is. But they bust into Kaiba's office ? In order to get like the dual discs and just to get him to do something.
This is such a meme. Oh my god.
And they're just pointing. Me and who?
Oh my
they're just
god.
pointing. And
when you tell your mom when you want something.
So what Kaiba does is he kicks a chair at them, and then he jumps out the window, breaking it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that so?
He sure does.
Oh, you sure do, pal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious! What were the ideas for this? I'm so curious. Like, what made them come up with this?
They, had to edit out the fact that they had pew-pews in their show because, kids can't handle seeing any sort of weaponry in a context like that, but like...
At that point, you just might as well not stream the show then.
But they gotta make I don't know. I'm not gonna defend it. I think it's dumb. Which brings it back to the topic of, this is the kind of stuff that I was like, I never liked being talked down to, and so... let me actually move I have the video on my screen playing. I see Kaiba just jumping out the window for no reason.
I'm gonna do a little funny thing. There we go. That's just on the TV.
Hey, Kaiba, you're coming with us.
That's just gonna be on the TV.
Oh, boy. But yeah, I feel like that sort of the sort of thought process of like I'm too mature for this and I don't all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never liked that, and I think that it's much better to be able to do whatever you want, enjoy the things you like without having to have some internet person tell you it's dumb or having your friends say that, oh, you watch anime? You watch this?
Oh, you watch that?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, you watch that? Do you watch the dub or the sub? Because if you're watching the dub, you're wrong.
You're dumb.
They're dub.
Dubs are for dubs.
Dubs. But yeah, I feel like there's just some part of that's inherently in talking about nostalgia, because people are just like, I don't want to experience that again. I had it, but I don't have those feelings anymore. But I feel like that's being dismissive of the kind of enjoyment you have of things, and being able to look back and enjoy stuff that you enjoyed as a kid is good. It is healthy. It's fun. Quite frankly, really fun. Like, so again, we're going back to toys for a second, but I promise this is not going to be too long.
No, you're
so
good.
Very recently, Mattel announced a revival of a reissue rather of the original Street Sharks toys.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
Which, if you remember that, yeah, they announced that, and as usual, I feel like a lot of the actions I take to watch things or to read things is based off of toys. So the reminder that the fact that they're finally doing it, I started watching Street Sharks again. And let me tell you, it is still really fun. It's an entertaining, cool show.
Oh, that's always really good to hear. Like, when you go back to that old show, you're just like, it's still really good.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's fun. It's obviously like back in the era where they had, giant punching creatures that transformed from radical teenagers. I wonder where that came from. But it's like, it's a fun kind of spin on it. And I've always loved sharks too, so it paid off.
That's good.
But yeah, I like stuff like that. I think it only makes us better if we're able to go back and enjoy the things we loved and to enjoy them again with a new light in the future. Because otherwise, like, it's not fun to not do that. Like, you just kind of keep marching on, and if you see something that you liked, if you ignore it, it's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that you should thrive in the things that you enjoy and have that spark your creativity.
No, I can agree more with that.
I'm looking at the Street Sharks again. I already have them pre-ordered though.
That's good. You don't need to pre-order them again.
Yes, yeah. So they put them up on Amazon at like midnight, like last month, and then they were sold out. And I just happened to look at Amazon at the exact moment, as it usually happens for me. I have this really good toy luck. I looked the exact moment they went up because I'd been, of course, I have been refreshing the Street Sharks search. And it just so happened to pop up the 3 of them with more coming, but they had those 3 for the first wave. So I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. Order. Good night. And then I woke up and they were sold out. Yeah. Thumbs up.
You're just like, okay, good night.
Okay, good night.
He's like, okay, done, did it, done.
Done.
Oh my goodness. No, yeah, I do agree with that. Like, I feel like as we grow up, so we tend to be, depending who we surround ourselves with, we tend to be shamed for our interests as a kid, and if we still have those interests growing up. And it's really sad when people have to push those parts of them down.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to end up in such a wonderful big sphere of so many cool supportive pals that we're all kind of in that same mind of, yeah, that thing that I liked when I was young, it's still really cool and I like it a lot, and it actually not only inspired most of my stuff, but I'll do some more art based off it and things too, you know? And I'll rewatch it and it was fun and it was cool, and I feel like that's kind of also like a big part of being a creative too, is that no matter what you do and whatever you make, it's always drawing from your nostalgia. It's like like a lot of my art friends who also stream, coincidence, looks around here, have a lot of the flavors of the stuff that they've loved growing up in all of their works. And so, like, if they really, really like Tamagotchis, they've incorporated into their stream somehow or into their character. And if they really like, I had one more example. What was it? I was just gonna say dinosaurs. It's kind of generic, but like,
Maybe if
you really, really like, yeah, Pokemon too. Yeah, that's. I try not to just go to Pokemon because that's the instant answer for everything.
Yeah.
Because it's such a huge nostalgia. Because I could go into another big. We're not gonna touch trading cards because that's gonna be that's another orbit. This is like a whole series.
Yeah. No, get to know Diggeh. That's gonna be like a marathon.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's an adventure.
That's a whole nother adventure.
But yeah, it's also, again, the benefit of having your nostalgia empower you is that it's always with you regardless of if you're thinking about it or not, because like it'll take like a second for that switch to turn on and you remember how much you love something, and that something then is always fueling what you do. So you'll keep having those thoughts of stuff you've remembered, and it'll impact your art. It'll impact a lot of the stuff you'll do. You won't even subconsciously realize it. Like you'll do something. I had an example. What was it?
Take your time.
No, I have to go fast.
I'm just kidding. Sometimes it's like a conscious thing. Like I'm kind of a door holder. If that wasn't obvious, I like to hold doors open for people because I'm a very polite person.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I did it for a bit of a longer period of time. I'm like, why did I stay here for so long? And then I thought back and I remembered, oh, there was an episode of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends where Wilt held the door open and it was funny. Did that impact me? Not just because, I would do it anyway, but like extra long, like, what?
What?
What? And I'll do it again.
And
Maybe.
you do it again.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Empower your nostalgia so it empowers you.
That's a good quote to live by. Empower your nostalgia so it empowers you. That's a good quote to live by. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, moving a bit further to like something.
Moving right along, dun dun dun.
Yeah, you can move it right along.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you could bring one thing from your childhood and bring it into the current day and age, what would it be? It could be anything from an old TV show to discontinued products to anything.
He's slowly moving to the Sour Altoids tab. He's just...
The Sour Altoids are winning this one.
They really are. I mean, this is probably the only time I will speak at length about Altoids unless it's brought up again. But they were just so good.
You had to be there. You don't understand.
I had to be there to understand.
I think that an actual a non-Altoids answer would kind of be. There's a lot of things I could bring, but I'd rather bring back like a concept. I want to bring back the concept of being able to go to like a cozy store, like a game store, and just like not have it be a corporate GameStop.
Yeah.
I want to go somewhere that's like a like cozy local game shop that has like a big selection of retro things, and you just kind of like you have this like air of comfort, tactile air of comfort. you have this just like the sensation, maybe not just game stores, maybe I just want to bring back like the sensation of how comfy it was to go to stores back in the day. Because you kind of like, it's hard to talk about nostalgia, at least for me, without thinking about everything Toys R Us.
Right.
Because man, again, we could go on for hours on Toys R Us, but they had you just like going back to that era. If you were there during those times, you remember like the game slips where you take the slip up to the counter, you'd look at the big slips and be like, which one do I want? Or you'd go over and it would generally be a pleasant time. And it's really hard to have that kind of experience these days because everything is either you buy it online, you go to GameStop, I'm so sorry, and or you go to
I'm so sorry.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. Watch out for the Funko wall.
Oh no.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on Funkos actually, can I ask?
It's relationship status, it's complicated.
It's complicated.
I was a big Funko collector back in the day. I collected a lot of properties, not the like generic humans that look dead inside, but I would get like I focused on the figures of characters that would never get a toy otherwise, which was something I've always loved about stuff like Amiibo. How here's a figure of like Rob and Captain Falcon and Duck Hunt, and these are characters that have never had toys and probably never will. And I've always loved that, and especially for Smash Brothers, because the canon is that they're the figures from the universe, and so you can have them all on your funny little table and recreate like the trophy room, and they also function. But I've just always loved that concept of being able to have like an obscure character that doesn't have merchandise. Obviously, like obscure stuff is still kind of my thing. So, so with Funko, it's like, hey, here's we're gonna do Zorak, and we're gonna make Space Ghost, and we're gonna make like all of these characters that technically some of them did have toys, at least one toy, but like stuff that never had representation as a figure or a statue or anything. So I would get those ones or unique little figures, and then over time that kind of waned, because I was also big into the Disney ones because they had like I'd say that they couldn't get me, but then they would release like an exclusive version of the Rescuers that were on why am I blanking? The Albatross. They were flying on them. Yeah, and it looked stuff like that was really impressive and cool to me, because like the only other Rescuers merch there was like, I have this really nice Disney Store ornament that is the Rescuers on a diamond, like the diamond from the movie.
Yeah.
And so that was like the only other thing I had from that, and the fact that they would go so obscure into these things is why I would get most of that stuff. And then over the years I realized, I'm kind of just buying these, and it's not really, they're not especially great, and the quality's not as good. So then I slowly stopped doing that, and then I think the last thing I bought was granted, this one was really cool. They had an exclusive Kraken.
Oh.
Which is it's actually very, very cool. This was from 2020. This was the last major Funko release I bought. Do I have I have an image somewhere, but I'll go with this. Oh, that's a really small image. It's so tiny.
Let's see it. Let's see how it fits in OBS.
No, I'll give you the good one. So this isn't the actual. Oh, actually, here it is. Here it is. Dun 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 dun. Open up another one. This is where I find out that how we were talking about how Beanie Babies are worthless.
Yeah.
Mostly, but that actually sounded harsher than I intended. But we were talking about Beanie Babies. But Funko, especially, a lot of them are not worth a lot either.
Yeah.
But I do have a small collection left of boxed ones, because I'm not a keep it in box person. I am. Life is too short to not play with the thing I just bought. Unless it's an import figure, then I keep the figure arts and stuff like in their box, because they have all the accessories and stuff. But like,
I also agree with that. Just like I'm the type of person to take it out of the box, unless like I have a few exceptions though.
Yeah, like it's meant to be played with, and in some cases, if you leave it in the box, it's not supposed to be in that box anyway, because of the material that degrades, and then it will like liquidify sometimes and ruin the figure, and especially electronics. Anyway, I bought the Kraken because it's pearlescent and it's really cool looking.
Okay, that is really cool.
Yeah. Like I'm like, okay, I'll buy one more and then I'll be done.
No more funny TV.
No more funny TV. That's okay. It's kind of hard to capture the lighting on it, but it is very. Like, it's very pearlescent.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see what you mean. Like, it's kind of pearlescent. The image doesn't do its job, but I can kind of get the vision.
Yeah, and it's just like a, again, when you have just like a generic human with the black eyes, and it's really, you don't know who this is, I'm not going to buy that. But when you see like this thing, and it's got like a little boat, and it's got cute little sculpting, and it's got, yeah, I like the unique stuff. I like that a lot. I
think I actually, from my younger years, I own a few Funkos. Most of them were gifted to me. Hi, Reese, how you doing? I actually have a Funko on my desk, but it was gifted to me from a fan. There goes my sandwich by Kermit.
Oh, did Kermit take the sandwich again? Oh, that's unfortunate. We're just a little bit hungry. That's okay, Tim. You understand, right?
Oh, that's my sandwich.
Moving right along with all the sandwich. Now you know what my plan is. It's going in my tummy.
But No, yeah,
Don't eat your food, Dugger.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You caught me off guard. Oh my goodness, you do a good Kermit impression.
One of the few guests that can just pull out the Kermit voice whenever.
I love that. I love whenever like that happens. You're like the second person I know who can do a Kermit voice. But no, yeah, I still own some of my Funko Pops. Some of them I did buy, but a lot of them were gifted to me from friends over like when I was younger. And I have a Funko that I was gifted last year for my birthday from my Throne account. It's a little Psyduck Funko, and I'm only keeping it because it was a gift. And also it's Psyduck.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing is that even for as much as anyone dunks on Funko, they play a lot of a role in everyone's nostalgia because it's such like a good gift to give to people. Like here's a $10 figure of something you love.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, speaking of major nostalgia, I've talked about this before with Hibby, is that one of the things that brought us together a lot was Funko, because we were like major Nightcrawler summon.
Hi Nightcrawler. Yeah, we're talking about Funko Pops.
Yeah, so a very, very long time ago, me and a certain Sloth were big Funko collectors a very, very long time ago. And one of the big things was I was at a local comic shop and I forget the name of the character. It's like a red guy with an eye from Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh, Muno.
And yeah, Muno, thank you. Yeah, so that was one that Hibby had been looking for. I forget what the exact reason was, because I think it was at least 8 years ago. Something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Hibby had told me once that it was something that I don't remember. Wow, I gotta remember my story. Anyway,
No,
I got it, and that's one of the like biggest Funko memories, and it made me just, you know, process. I had already known this, but it made me process not just the passage of time, but the fact that having just like someone gift you a Funko is a nostalgia memory that buries itself in you, because you go inevitably, if you don't collect them anymore and you want to like dump them, like, you know, even Funko is throwing all of them away in landfills.
Yeah.
So you get to the ones you were gifted and you stop for a second. I've done that. Like, I have one. It's a really funny one for it to be tied to nostalgia. I have a Jabba one.
A Jabba.
You know, Jabba with his big bobbly hut head.
Yeah.
Because back in my big collecting days, there were these two big Walmart exclusives. There was a set that came with a Sand Trooper and a Dewback.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a Jabba's Palace set that came with Jabba. Someone I don't remember.
No, you're good.
But I remember that I had a friend. I still have that friend, of course, but who really wanted the Dewback and the Sand Trooper. And so we had been, you know, back in the day when you would actually go out and toy hunt and stuff like that, because there'd be stores besides like Target and Walmart. There would be a Toys R Us you could go to, but I guess I'm also going to Walmart anyway in the example. I'd go looking for it because I wanted one too, because Dewback is one of my favorite Star Wars creatures. He's just a big guy and he's silly. He's just like a big green guy, and you get on him and he walks around and he's cute.
big green guy.
Yeah, big green guy. And so eventually I did find it, because I remember it was a big release back when I used to like actually look around like the Funko forums and stuff, because people were trying to figure out when things were coming out. Because they'd be like, hey, okay, so here's this Walmart exclusive release. You're probably not going to find it because Walmart exclusives are weird.
Yeah.
But I did end up finding it, and I got two of them. So I got my friend that one and we traded it, and I got the Jabba set, which is, again, blanking because it's the only memorable part was Jabba, I think.
Only Jabba, head empty, only Jabba.
Yeah. I want to say it maybe came with Salacious Crumb, but I don't remember.
Haven Gold, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
Welcome. Enjoy the DVD logo. It may hit the corner in 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
So about Jabba.
So yeah, continue about Jabba.
So this, let me show you this specific Jabba.
Mm-hmm.
Jabba, I'm really Googling Funko Jabba. This is what I'm doing. Oh, I remember. Yeah, okay. So it came with, oh, that's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other one. So this, I remember, yeah, okay, so it came with Leia too. So this was a big release because everyone wanted like, you know, kind of how in the early days of Funko where people kind of wanted better quality details and stuff, and people still do, but like this was a big deal because it was a brand new mold. It was a new Jabba face.
Yeah, okay.
And he looks really goofy in a good way.
Let me see.
Yeah, he's just a silly
look
guy.
Goofy.
Yeah, and so the original release was really small, and this one specifically has like the detail of like the Jabba gunk from his face, and it has his tongue and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is nostalgic to me.
This guy. Oh, I'm not gonna judge.
This guy. Oh no, I don't expect judging, but it's just really funny. It's really funny that this Jabba is nostalgic because it was a trade gift with a friend that I'm close with, and when I was doing like one of my major pop clear outs, this is the one I stopped on. Like I had like the pickup, and then it came floating back. This was the Jabba you traded for with your friend with the doorbell.
You must keep him at all times.
And I'm just like, gosh darn it, why is Funko permanently nostalgic for this?
Because that's just
but
like
it's
the memories they get with it.
Yeah, and it things change over time, and even if you don't like a property anymore, you still had that experience and that feeling, and you're like, if you're not a major collector or something like that, it's still, you have the feelings of it being like a gift from a friend or you gifted someone else. And that's surprisingly very strong.
No, I absolutely agree with you with that. I absolutely agree.
Now I'm staring at Jabba. He's looking at me. Why are you looking like that?
Well, we can move on from Java with another question if you like.
That sounds fantastic. He'll still be staring, though.
Well, okay, so for my next question for you, Diggeh, what was your thing as a kid? Was it art, gaming, writing, any of the sorts? And how's that hobby or skill developed over the years? And how would you compare it to your younger years?
Well, for this one, it's a mix of things because I've actually always been majorly into art, which is it's surprising because I haven't. How do I put this? It wasn't until like I started streaming that I got more back into art because when I was younger, I was quite the little artist, and even my teachers and parents were like, "Yeah, you are really good at this, and we like what you're doing. Keep doing it." And so I would do a lot of really cool pieces and stuff, and I always wanted that to be like a major focus for me. I was also major into gaming, but that's a little obvious too.
Yeah.
Major gamer. I had my little worm light that I would use when I was playing Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins on my Game Boy Color. And so I was always majorly into art, and I still have I was always, and I still am, the kind of person that saves everything. So when I tell my friends I save like all the art that anyone's ever made of me, that's never a joke. I have many folders that have many different combinations of stuff people have made for me. I have like folders for small moments on stream, like where people have said like a lot of people say nice things in a row in a chat, and I'll just have like a little, I'll have like a little important folder that inside that has a little moments folder to remind me of all these things, because over time it can be easy to forget, especially in like streaming where you have so many things happening all the time. it's nice to be able to open that folder and remind yourself about how much people care about you and how much people like your art and how much you mean to people. And so I've always been a big saver of moments because they're all precious and they all in turn also feed my nostalgia machine. And so art has always been one where I have my stuff saved, so I can go into like, not digitally, but I have like art that I've made from middle school and high school and stuff saved, and so I could pull out like this really cool, not chalk, whatever, the kind of like a color pencil redraw of one of the big Luffy panels, or I can have like this really cool little logo I made in MapleStory and stuff like that. And I also a lot of my art digitally I've had saved too. Like some of my earliest memories of making PC stuff is I don't think I have them saved unless my old hard drive somehow still works. But I used to make like I've always been into major pixel art stuff, so I'd make like Mega Man things and Pokemon fusions. And one of my major first big things I would do is I would make like the cast of Digimon Season 2 in Mega Man sprites.
Really?
So I don't think I have those unless the drive still works, because I still have like an ancient drive from a decrepit desktop. And I'm kind of just like, I know that's not going to work, but what if it did?
Like, you're really hoping it does.
Yeah, and it was like 16-bit too, so they're very detailed and stuff. So I'd had like I had the crew. I didn't get to make all of them because that would be a lot of work even for someone who had time, which was a lot of time as a kid. But I would do a lot of things. I'd make a lot of Pokemon fusions. I'd make a lot of custom Pokemon. I'd make a lot of MapleStory edits and stuff like. I actually would have my work would be like so convincing that people would post on forums like, "Is this real?" So one of the big things I would make like fake enough looking MapleStory enemies where people thought they were real.
Yeah.
And there was also I made an ice type Burmy and Wormadam.
Ooh.
And they have little like scarves and stuff, and I made a couple other ones, and people thought they were real. They thought, this is back in like the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald days of, hey, if you can make convincing looking pixel art, we believe you because this is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. We don't know we don't know what a DS is, let alone Sword and Shield.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So a majority of my art was I've always been pretty much digital, but going through school, of course, physical, and that was like the start of getting into computer stuff and making things. And at a certain point, when I had to go figure out what I wanted to do that wasn't, that's career wise, I always wanted to focus mainly on art, but that was it's complicated because it's you know this too. Your mileage may vary on how well it works. Yeah. And fund wise, how you can afford stuff. So the path that I took was a different way that wasn't especially art, but it money good, I guess. So it wasn't until recently that I realized, what am I doing? I have always been a creative person, and I would, for the sake of a career, I would shove that down, to focus on serious stuff. And it wasn't until, obviously, 2020 and wanting to try streaming for the first time ever that I thought, why don't I make art again? Why don't I make... How do I do this? I've always wanted to be just like me. So I'm going to draw this little dude. He's going to fit into My first drawing of my character was a 200 by 200 panel of like a flat little guy. And like I said earlier, I save everything, so I still have that saved. I can actually send you that too.
Oh, I would love to show that.
Yeah, so I actually have an evolution of my character over time, over the years. I called it Diggeh Design Changes since January 2021. Because when I started streaming, that's gonna be a big image too. That's fine.
That's okay. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, when I started streaming, I didn't have me. I was just, I told a small group of friends that I was going to go to try out my Elgato that I got to play some Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch. Not New Leaf, for the Nintendo 3DS,
Yeah.
Reggie. So if you look down at the bottom next to the first drawing of me, there's a very, very small little dude.
Yeah.
That is the first ever drawing I had, and I drew it bigger a little bit later because I realized how silly it was. So I started out in 2020 just being nothing. So it was just like, I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. I'm gonna spend 3 hours trying to find a pike because I was missing that fish. And then slowly over time, because I had filmed in Harv's Island, I filmed like little vignettes that last 5 minutes for like BRBs and stuff. So as I started playing more games, I wanted there to be something on screen. And so I started making like the first piece that I made for stream was I was playing through Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and I wanted to have like a different drawing each time there was a stream.
Yeah.
So the first piece of art that I drew for my modern streaming, if I'm not wrong, is I drew... Do you know the little baby guardian from that game?
Yeah.
I drew him in Grogu's pram.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I don't even know what this is called. It's in my... Any of my art that was before Clip Studio, I call it Doodle. I should probably rename that.
Doodle?
It's very ancient. Yeah, it's called my Doodles. It goes back to like 2021. I can see my style evolving because I used to use a light gray outline instead of black because I thought it would be unique. And it turns out that was dumb. So I'd shade now. Where are you? Oh, I mean, I have it saved, so I just need to scroll down to it. Here it is. I called it Egg Guardian Pram Finished. This is the first piece of stream art I did, even before I made my character.
Oh.
I wanted to have something on screen, and I thought he was cute.
It does look very cute.
Yeah, this is during the height of The Mandalorian, so I thought, why not do, like, the pram, and he's in it, he's adorable. He's just a small guy.
Little
I wanted to make
dude.
some promo art, you know.
I will say one thing I noticed about your character, Diggeh, I like that your character has never changed.
Yeah, I've always known what I wanted to be. I just wanted to be, like, me, and I'm just a guy, and it all started, like, because I would always use my me as my persona, and I always loved Animal Crossing, so I just smushed those together, and I put a car on my shirt, and I wanted to have, like, I wanted a design that was simple but recognizable, which has actually paid off pretty well, because it's like, you're just a brown-haired dude with a regular shirt, but it's got a car on it, and yet it's, like, the moment you see it, and then you see the shovel striker, like, it's very hard to make a basic appliance unique.
Yeah.
But when you see the shape of the shovel striker, when you see like the gray-blue coloring, you see the little blue band on it, you see kind of like the triangular hilt,
Yeah.
not hilt, the handle. That's my shovel striker. You see it, and it's you see it across like multiple Twitch channels as like special hats and redeems and stuff, and it's just like, I made a shovel recognizable. That's hard to do. It's hard to make simple things
That's a
good.
big achievement.
Yeah.
That
And
is
so-
really cool.
And so yeah, over time, I developed myself a bit more. In 2021, I gave myself like an actual, like good proportions and stuff. And little known fact, for 2 months back in 2021, I was a PNG tuber.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, ancient.
Very ancient. So, what made you want to? I've seen your streams nowadays. What made you want to shift from PNG tubing to face cam?
I am very cartoony. I'm already a cartoon. Well, it's yeah. So, I've always wanted to. How do I put this? I like me. And I think if I wanted to put me out there, because I know that I have that genuine fun energy, and I feel like that it really comes through like
Naturally.
super naturally, just having that like reflecting on me, because I don't put on a show. It's not like there's no, you can just feel how genuine I am. And I don't mean that in like, oh, I'm so genuine and cool and stuff way, but like it's just a way to show like, this is me. This is who I am. And even if I take any other forms, like I bring my little guy on screen again or something else, it's still me. But just majorly, I think that I just really enjoy having like, I like having me out there. I like having me out there, and you can feel that there's no artificialness in it. There's no filter. It's just pointing at my funny little dome, and then I cry during Xenoblade. Oh,
that
beautiful.
That is actually like so real, and like I've seen your streams, Diggeh, and I can vouch that you are very fun to watch, and like you do seem very real when you as you like, you have your face cam. So I like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm putting on a show, but I'm never putting on airs.
No, that's a good thing. I feel like that's definitely like that helps with like your content being genuine, and that's why you have such a fun fan base now.
Golly. Yeah, because in the space, it's not very often you actually get to see other people, and with respect to their anonymity, of course, I do still really like seeing my pals. So at least I have like a little beacon of did you see it? Did you see it? Did you? You can come check in on me, and I'll wave at you. Hi.
No, that is really great, just like to hear how that progression built up over your time, especially how streaming has helped you so much as well.
Yeah, it's I gotta say, I'm so glad I got back into my art, because I had that pushed down for such a long time, and I was not especially happy about that. And thanks to streaming, I have spent the last 4 years building back my passion, and now I'm in overdrive, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, except I will hydrate and stretch though.
Thank you, Eggs, for the health check. Thank you.
I'll even stand up too.
Oh yeah, do a quick stand-up stretch.
Stand. I'll just do the rest of the interview standing up.
Oh, I can barely hear you though.
Isn't this great audio?
No, it's not.
This is fantastic.
Diggeh, come back!
I'm here. Where you going? Whoa.
Whoa, standing up, he's like
Whoa.
going out of control!
Whoa. Multi-dimensional sound space.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah, I can stand here.
Or here.
Or I could shift gravity.
Oh my goodness.
Or I can choose a buddy, and let's move a body. Let's enjoy and get closer day by day.
I love your little emotes so much. They're so lively.
Hey, boogie boogie bam bam. Let's go buddy buddy boom boom. Ooh, ah. Hey, you are my buddy.
Oh, I love the Diggeh emotes. They're so cute and silly.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that I got back to doing this because the amount of people, the amount of super cool people that I've met, and the amount of people that tell me that they like my art makes my heart so warm.
Mm-hmm.
And I like making my silly little guys. I like being unique. I like being the only person that you could ever think of that would eat a geode and just have that on screen.
I love that. Oh my god.
I had someone tell me they thought that it was a realistic geode image that I just got from Google, and they looked again and they're like, "Wait, you drew this?"
I actually thought that as well.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And, yeah, I'm actually surprised I've gone this long without talking about Zatchbell because that's another Hamtaro deep dive.
I love Zatchbell.
Yeah, I wanted to capture the raw power of Zatch eating the yellowtail because I've always loved that.
Yeah.
And just like I just wanted to chow down on something, and I'm like, well, I don't want to eat a gemstone. I already have Dazzle. I already do this.
Mm-hmm.
What's something unique that's fun that no one else has probably done?
That
Geode.
Geode.
Weak snap.
Just
Perfect.
just start eating the geode.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I won't take us down the Zatchbell pit because that will be another hour.
That's fair.
But just know that's a modern nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, is that's well, Hamtaro's like 2000s. Zatchbell is like 2007. No, a little earlier.
A little bit earlier.
Yeah, maybe it falls in the same pit, but like, boy, I could go into Zatchbell. I'll be very careful. I'll just say that they are finally cashing out on nostalgia because Bandai's been making new stuff. So they made a I don't know if you know about the Propica line. It's where they recreate items from series.
I actually did not know about that.
They recreated the red spellbook.
Ooh!
So it's a high quality red spellbook that has like the sounds and you can flip the pages.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you for later.
I definitely want to see that.
They also made some figure arts Zatchbell figures. So they have Zatch and Kyo, and they're actually pretty cheap now. Like poor Kyo is like he don't sell for too much. But I bought them all like day one.
Oh, I had a Zatch when I was a kid. I had like it was my brother's, but I had a Zatchbell and Kyo like toys as a kid. They're like giant like really big figures.
Yeah, I've seen those around.
Yeah, I had those as a kid, and I had a crush on Kyo when I was a kid, so he was like my favorite. And
yeah, I mean he's cool and smart. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, little me was like, I like him. Actually, I did something really bad with my Zatch figure. I took a pair of scissors and cut the blue scarf.
Oh no.
I defamed Zatch, and I was just like, there we go, no more dress for the boy. I'm just like, no!
No, what an unfortunate turn of events.
I wish to buy those exact same toys I had as a kid though, because I miss them so much. I genuinely do.
I wanna say that the bigger figures, I sent you the image.
Those ones were the ones I had.
That one, I think I've seen those for like 30 on eBay, if even.
Oh, if I can get my hands on those.
But if you want to get like the super really good new detailed figures, I sent you the figure arts.
I did. I see them. They're. I might get the detailed ones and like the old ones is like, you know, having the old and the new, you know.
Toss them on your throne.
Yeah. Oh, I might just toss them both on my throne.
Yeah, toss that on. Put the Proplica figures.
Mm-hmm.
I was also the reason why I didn't go to Zatchbell either is because then. Remember I said I was going to be careful about the trading card game pit?
Yeah.
I was going to start talking about the Zatchbell trading card game, which is another deep dive, which tied into a lot of things. You see, I've been planting seeds of Zatchbell that would tie into all the previous things.
Oh no.
But I'm going to be very careful because once we go Kimi Niko no Koega, we'll never come back from anything.
I should just to cap off Zatchbell, I need to rewatch it. I miss it.
Yes, and also, if you're, I don't know if you know this, but there is a sequel series going on right now.
I did not know that.
Zatch Bell 2, and it is 22 chapters in so far. It's monthly, and it's fantastic.
Definitely link me that. I would love to see more. I need to see that. I need to rewatch it and see that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna hit you with this question, and if you don't feel comfortable answering this, you don't have to, by the way.
Okay.
What would you consider the cringiest thing you did as a kid? Would you do that same cringy thing, or would you have changed it if you could?
This one, cringy. I don't really have a good example of cringy, because I'm kind of... Is it cringe to say you're not cringe?
Well, okay, let me reword it, maybe to help, like, maybe if it'll help, like, even think one moment. What was, like, a moment that you, like, regret that, as a kid, that you wish you didn't do?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of those. Nothing specifically coming to mind. Let's see.
What stands out to you the most with, like, oh, that's one of my biggest regrets from my childhood?
I did something dumb on the beach once, and I was trying to do... I forgot what it was. It was in, like, this rocky area. And I was trying to do something. I don't remember what it was. And that caused me to, like, not, like, fall into the rocks, but, like, it scraped my wrist.
Ooh.
And so doing something dumb kind of gave me like this
It's like a scar.
Yeah. I was never like one of those extreme kids who would always try to go out and do sports stuff. I was the kid who during soccer would be like collecting rocks. I was always that kid, and so I don't know why I did this, especially in like the spiky rock area that was shallow.
You felt a little spicy that day.
Yeah, that day I wasn't trying to prove anything. I was just trying to do something cool, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was never a prover.
Parkour.
I was always... Historically, I've always been like the more mature one in the groups. So I would, whenever other people would be doing like immature stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm also not gonna do a flip off of the building.
You
were
the
stuff like that.
You were the example people should look to when it comes to saying no to drugs.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I kind of get that. Yeah. With like the accident.
The little
thing.
example too, because I never have.
Oh yeah.
No drugs, no smoking. I am a squeaky clean dude. It's not a joke. I'm a very squeaky person.
Very squeaky.
Yeah, very squeaky.
So it picks you up and you go hee-haw.
Yeah. So that, I can also back that up because I've had, like, I think I just hit 1,700 hours total of streaming without a single swear word and without being crude.
Really?
Yeah, you can go to your funny little, like, achievements section in your analytics. And for me, it says 1.7K total hours of streaming. This is over almost 4 years now. So
oh, wow.
I have the evidence, the proof to back up the fact that I am indeed squeaky clean. But every once in a while, I guess when you're a kid, you still do something dumb. So that whatever younger me was thinking as he tried to do a sick flip didn't quite work out. And I
have actually another question for you, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, sure.
Well, what is it like I guess like it's not just like why don't you? It's more or less like more out of curiosity, just like how come you don't swear?
I've just never felt the need to. I feel like swearing can be funny for people because they like seeing like the like an angry gamer swear and wow, they say the funny combination of words and they laugh. I've always just thought that I've always enjoyed being more clever. And I feel like that swearing has never really... I feel like it's never been like ever positive for me. It's always either been like, oh, here's a person swearing in a show that was funny when I was younger. And I've always really enjoyed doing improv and stuff and trying to think of clever things to say rather than just, oh, I'm going to say heck and darn.
That makes sense. That
So
makes sense.
yeah, so I've just never done it. I've never felt the need to, which applies to like the other stuff like drinking and smoking. And I'm like, I don't need that in my life. There's enough people that do swear and stuff.
You don't need to be one of them.
I need to, I don't need to be one of those. I can be my own little unique self and have my little comfy corner with my community. And sometimes, like there's times where, you're playing an obscure indie game and you don't know if there's going to be content that's not great, like swearing and stuff. So I would usually, for stuff like that, I usually like, when I'm sent a code or something, I will give a big list of questions to the dev and be like, so here's this thing, here's that. Is there any content warnings? Is there any like stuff I need to look out for from my community? Is there swearing and stuff like that? And that's something that's also very rare, because there's a bajillion, some million number of Twitch streamers, and it's very rare that you find someone who doesn't do any of that and who isn't like a rage gamer or doesn't play it up for a bit.
Just someone having a good time.
Yeah, just someone having a good time, just being their unique, genuine self and letting that shine through. And swearing doesn't need to be a part of that. I like to say words like
Like fudge.
Serpentine.
Serpentine.
I like to say octagon.
Octagon.
I like to say rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
I like saying like long fun words.
That's
barnacles.
That's funnier than swearing, I'll admit that.
Yeah, because you never know when, like, just midstream, just say something random and out of pocket in a good way. Like Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
Or frittata.
I was just genuinely curious about that, but now I do know, so thank you for answering that.
And knowing is half the battle. The DVD logo's about to hit!
Nope.
3, 2, 1.
No, it just restarted.
3. 3, 2.
I really appreciate
and then there's
your digs. I can think of a lot of streamers who don't like younger people, so I really appreciate you providing a community like that. What Eli said.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's hard to find spaces that are just. I mean, there's people that label themselves family friendly, which is kind of a hard thing to commit to. Like even for me, because especially just because not just because of the age thing. You never know who's watching, what age they are, and we don't want you to tell us your age. And if you're younger and you're in like 18 plus chats, don't be there and stuff like that. But it's hard to have a space that is comfortable for people, and then at the end of your stream, you also can send them to someone who is either similarly comfortable, or if they are an 18 plus community, not for like, not say for work stuff, but for
adults.
Some people are 18 plus because they don't want kids around, and that is valid. And like, I can't prove if you're a kid or not. I can only do my best as one person on the internet. And for your safety, there's ages where you shouldn't be on here with an account. You please don't.
Yeah.
Please.
I think the age limit for an account on Twitch is like 14, I want to say.
Yeah. So like, even if you are family friendly, you really can't enforce if someone comes in a chat and they sound like they're a kid. You have to kind of use your best judgment and not be rude. But after many, many years of like modding for a lot of people and stuff, I kind of recognize the patterns, especially in like some bigger streams where you can tell they're just kind of like spamming the random emotes, and they'll say something kid-like, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have to send you out the log flume.
Yeah, no, it's really hard with that.
Yeah, so the best I can do as my own self is to provide a comfy, good space to the best of my abilities. And when I do send people off, if there is a friend who is of a different, because I'm not going to send my community to like a big not safe for work crazy place, but I do have a lot of friends that are 18 plus for the sake of they have mature topics and they swear and stuff. Not like all the time swearing, but they, just a little disclaimer. So
yeah,
I've been making sure, especially recently, because it's hard after a long stream, especially when you play for like 5 hours of Xenoblade, to be like, Just a little reminder that the person we're going to has an 18+ rating, so it's only most. Wow, I'm in the blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're good.
I looked over at Jabba and I just had like a moment staring
He caught you off guard.
I'm like, what is happening? Why is he there? It's hard to remember after like a long stream that, or even in general. It's hard in this to remember to, if you're sending your people off somewhere, to make sure that they know what they're getting into, and it's not something I see done a lot. I wouldn't say that, I'm not calling people out. Yeah, I'm not criticizing. It's just that like I said, I've always been more mature, and I feel like that's made me more professional too. And so
Right.
I've tried to have like a sort of professionalism when it comes to my stuff. So I make sure to do my due diligence when I'm playing a game, and I make sure that it's good for the space, it's good for me. It won't have like some weird sexual thing that comes out of nowhere that gets all of us awkward and we move on.
Yeah.
By changing games and stuff like that. And part of that includes making sure I remember when I send us to a friend that if they do have those things, that I tell them, I tell my community that to make sure that they know what they're getting into, and if it's not something for them, they can leave. TLDR, hard to make comfy space, but me make comfy space good. Try. As one dude.
I think you're doing a great job, personally.
Thank you.
I think you're doing. It's hard to like. Me personally, all my stuff is 16+ because I don't really consider myself as an 18+ person, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm an adult, but I don't know. I don't really consider myself as like the 18+ majority, as like some streamers have and all that.
Yeah,
But-
and it's tough because when people see the 18+, they immediately assume it's bad. But
Yeah.
it's for the safety of like the people who have that channel, and they want to be comfortable, and they don't want to they want to have a very clear boundary, which is very important. Please establish your boundaries. Please let your community know what you are comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Please.
That's what we
let
have rule
everyone
things
know.
for.
Yes. And if people don't read the rules, then they get bonked.
Exactly.
And boy, have I had to do that a lot.
I imagine so. Well,
Oh boy.
Well, moving on from the bonking, what's like the proud version of bonking? The head pats, the head pads. That's such a weird segue. I'm sorry. my next question.
The shovel striker is still sleeping, so he'll be okay.
Okay, good. Because my next question for you is, do you think your past self would be excited or proud of the person you become, or do you think otherwise?
I think he'd be proud. I mean, he already loves all the stuff I'm doing anyway, so if I went back and I told him, hey, guess what? You know the stuff you're doing now, you're going to do all that, and not only is it going to be incredibly fun and rewarding, but you are going to make a positive difference in the world, and you're going to impact so many people, and the fact that, like, there's just, like, a giant friend universe of people where I just kind of, like, sneak in and I help people out, and then there's like little crumbs of, if you go to this channel, you'll see I have a voice redeem. If you go to that channel, you'll see that I have a custom hat. If you go to that channel, or many channels, you'll see that I'm modding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The fact that I've built all this up from my genuine heart, I think that he'd be really proud of that. And then he'd hand me the giant Super Van City, because I think I've earned it.
You're just like, are you done with that? Can I have that?
Hey, so can I get a turn on that Superman City? I have one of my surviving cars that I can put there. It's like a little Ferrari,
Please,
kind of.
Please. You're
Very
done with
small.
it, right?
Yeah, you gonna finish that,
Finish
or
that?
I'm gonna move the crane.
I'm gonna just ever so slightly. I just want to feel. Please, let me try. Just let me try, please.
Please, man, you gotta give it to me. Also, there's gonna be so many good games now. Pass me. I gotta tell you something really quick. Do not get rid of your GameCube games. Nintendo is not going to put them on the Wii like you anticipated. Do not trade in Chibi Robo. Don't do it. You know you love Chibi Robo. Do not trade in Chibi Robo. Don't do it. It's too late. Yeah, but I mean, I do have a lot of my GameCube games still.
That's
Like
good.
I still have Custom Robo, and I still have Billy Hatcher.
But a lot of them are definitely gone.
Yeah, there was an era. Speaking of nostalgia, I guess this is where we actually have an example of negative nostalgia, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
The fact that I always think back to the release of the Wii, and then there was this big announcement of you were going to be able to own your Nintendo games digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And so they showed off NES games and Super NES games, and I thought, hey, you know what? That must mean that they're finally going to let us play digital GameCube games.
Mm-hmm.
So little Diglett went over to the game store, etc.
Oh no.
And he didn't get rid of everything, but mostly because, you know, when you want to get a new game and your family's like, hey, maybe you should trade in some old stuff, because they don't quite understand the value of games.
Yeah.
They're like, if you want a new game, you get rid of an old game. But I've always been like, hey, that's not how this works. This is a good game. It's not. It's you can't just get rid of it. But then as a little Diglett, I got coerced, and lo and behold, that went toward what did I get with that credit? I think it was the Four Swords Strategy Guide. And I'm just like, cool. I look back at that. Oh, wow. That's Chibi Robo goes for a lot now. And I love Chibi Robo. It makes no sense why I did this, because I love Chibi Robo. I don't know why. What great power convinced me to get rid of Chibi Robo, because he really earnestly believed with his heart that he was going to have digital GameCube games. And wow, like almost 2 decades later, that still has not changed.
Mm.
Ouch.
That's amazing.
But at least I have all my Club Nintendo stuff, so I have I have like
it's so
the
amazingly
Master
bad.
Quest.
I'm so sorry.
Chibi Robo.
Well, besides telling your past self not to get rid of your GameCube games, the second to last question. What would you tell your past self if you could go back in time? What would you tell your past self?
I would tell him, I'd say, just go for art. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm not trying to be like I'm gonna toot my own horn over the phrases, but I like to think that my art is actually pretty darn good, as proven by the last few years of improving it. And you know, like it's always been really colorful and fun, and I like what he did back then. And I think that if he kept doing that, he would have had even more experience and thriving. Oh yeah, a second Shovel Striker. Thank you, Nightcrawler. Yeah. I think it's a tough road to talk about art in terms of trying to make money when it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But you know, there's only so much time we have, and it's important to follow your passion and at least try. Like for streaming, I don't know if I would have done it if it wasn't for like 2020 happening, which is a case for a lot of people, because that's when, like, you know, there was the big VTuber boom.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was seeing the Korone Banjo-Kazooie playthrough with the Ikam Pokam. And that was what got me too. That was like the main thing, was like, hey, this person is using something to express themselves, and they're playing Banjo-Kazooie, because if you give me Banjo-Kazooie, which is another major nostalgia topic that I didn't cover, because that's another 2.5 hours of... You see, I'm very cherry picking here to make sure that I don't keep you stuck on the beanbag for the next decade.
I appreciate it.
Because you brought on someone who's very good at continuously talking and bringing up points, and I'm trying to be careful that I don't go too over.
I appreciate it.
Because we're professionals.
Because we're professionals, yes.
Yeah, so just the fact that, like, there's also a few things where I would have told myself, you know, we all have those moments of self-doubt, those moments where we don't do something because it's scary to commit to things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of those things. It can be something as simple as like you want to talk to someone in a chat in a person's stream you just found, but you're not comfortable with it. You don't think that you can, you know, interact because they're like in air quotes like a big person. And I guess in your perspective, if you're like a starting streamer, you see someone with like more than a few people in chat, you think that's pretty crazy, and you don't know what to say, and you think, why should I talk? I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I bonk my past self over the head for, because there's a lot of friends. I mean, it's hard to, in this space where there's already so many people, it's hard to continue following through with people. And there's a lot of times in the past where if I had, you know, maybe just sent a message, or maybe just like, you know, this sounds weird coming from someone who knows a million people and mods for like 34, but past me, you should talk more. You should get a tiny bit more involved, because there's, you know, there's nothing ventured, nothing gained. Take those risks. Do it.
Definitely taking
also,
the risks more.
Maybe stock up on sour Altoids. Maybe don't trade in Chibi Robo.
Have more. We need more.
Yeah, have you seen what melting sour Altoids sell for?
How much?
I don't remember. Are they even selling recently? Let me see. I know that they have like the pre-owned tins for like, the tins alone are like 30. There was there was an Altoids passion fruit sours that sold for $9,000.
Oh my goodness.
That's not even, that's obviously kind of like one of those auctions where they're probably like doing some behind the
That's
scenes
not real,
deal.
is it?
Yeah, they're like insider money trading or something.
Oh god.
Because a lot of them that do have contents. Well, actually, the tangerine sold for $2,000. The strong citrus sold for $4,000. Maybe that's not so
for
crazy.
Altoids?
Maybe for melted 2-decade-old.
I'm hearing these numbers. I'm just like, Altoids?
Sour Altoids.
Oh my god. My organs are hurting from hearing this.
Nightcrawler, have you not heard of the sour Altoids?
I feel like sour Altoids are very we're gonna talk about sour Altoids all over again. Oh
yeah,
my God.
we talked about sour Altoids longer than anyone in the modern era has ever talked about Altoids, period. Like, even if it came up as a work discussion, like we were having a generic pleasantry with Tad from IT, and you're just like, so, wow, I like the flavor of mints. What's your favorite mint? My favorite flavor of mint is I like to get Altoids. Oh, that's great. Awkward silence.
And that's it.
Anyway. Oh no, not generic pleasantries.
Oh my god.
I have to fake it. But yeah, look up sour Altoids. They were delicious and the most nostalgic flavor I have.
I can't believe I talked about Altoids of all things.
Yeah, well, that's the fun thing. You never know what's going to happen when you bring someone on.
I never know.
In my case, you knew it was going to be at least a minimum of an hour of solid toy talk.
Yeah, I knew that.
But you weren't expecting the Hamtaro,
No.
which I was ready to dish out, and that's not even counting the other stuff I'm saving. Like, I'm ringing in the Zatch bell and making sure that we
I
don't
gotta
go
do another
too
interview
much
with
longer. Part 2, the anime focus.
Oh my goodness. These are. Oh, I think Nightcrawler might have known the gummy Altoids.
Ooh, yeah, they were so good that people had petitions to bring them back, and there's multiple people who have tried to recreate it. And from my takeaway of this interview, I probably will end up trying one of those replicas because it sounds good. Maybe now is finally the time for sour Altoids.
I've truly missed out on it. I've truly missed out.
Yeah, and that's not even going into another potential deeper topic where we talk about having nostalgia for other things you didn't experience. Which you will now have nostalgia for this interview,
This whole
experiencing my
conversation.
nostalgia of sour Altoids. Every time you think about Altoids, you'll be like, now actually there were some sour ones back in the 2000s, and people be like, what are you talking about? Oh, they go for $7,000.
Yeah, they go for like so much money, so much money.
And they're melted.
And that makes them better? Question mark.
Just the natural melting over the decades. They
Oh,
don't look good, but
it's worth it. Oh my goodness. Well, Diggeh, I've had so much fun having you here, and we are at my last question for you for this stream.
bring it on. Presenting the final question.
And my final question to you, Diggeh, is: did you have layup Skechers as a kid?
No. Good night. Who are we rating? You know, I don't think I was ever a light up Skechers kid. I think I always saw them and I thought they were neat. But I think the ones that I wanted were like the moon boots.
The moon boots. Oh,
Like
yeah.
the moon boots. Yeah.
I know
like,
that.
I like the idea of like the bounciness and the recoil of whatever my shoes would do if I jumped, but I don't think I ever committed because I was always more like
Were you not much
Again,
of an
not-
outdoor kid?
not much of like a sporty person because like I said earlier, I was the kid during soccer that would like get rocks to find gems, which I guess was kind of defined my life too.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. Like I was into sports, but I was into video games way more because that was more fun than, oh, I have to pass a football to some kid and the other people are going to hit me. I don't want that. I want to go play more Link's Awakening again.
Let me go, just scratching it like at the door, let me inside.
Yeah, like, okay, cool. You're going to make us have to do like a marathon run and get a C on that for the class. Why do you have to grade this? Why does running good have a meaning on my academics? I mean, I get it because you want, some level of trying to chart kids being healthy. But like having that be on your card and you're just like, cool, everything else is like an A. Just because I'm not good at running, I guess I'll get a C. Sure. It's just so dumb.
Oh my god. That's fair.
But I never had like a gimmick shoe arc because I always thought the roller shoes were cool, but I was always also
Heelys?
that person. Yeah, I was always the person on top of being kind of the more mature one. I was always the kind of person who thought those things through and kind of calculated the risk versus reward. Like even when I was really young, the immediate reaction was, "Hey, this is really cool. What if I get hurt though?"
Oh, yeah.
So I won't, but I will hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Nightcrawler.
Thank you, Nightcrawler. That makes sense. Yeah, Nightcrawler, I already had the plan for Lukey's stream, don't you worry.
Oh, very good choice. Very premium pal.
Very premium. Well,
Yeah. Say less.
well, I genuinely did enjoy this whole conversation here with you, Diggeh. Thank you so much for coming
Me
on
too.
here.
Always a delight, Tim. You know that.
It's just really happy to talk to you again after years of like after the Pico part and then not talking properly.
Surprise, surprise. I'm literally just here.
I always see you in my stream chats, but I never had the chance to like message you. But this helps me reach out to you better now.
Yeah, it's just a common thing in streaming where you have so many people that you genuinely care about and you always try to drop in and life can get in the way and your own streaming career can get in the way and other collabs and plans and stuff build up. And that like deep in your heart that the other person like knows that you're there and that you both care for each other, but it's really hard to schedule things, especially when, again, so many things can happen. There's so many, just life in general can just go bonk, and then someone can vanish for a week and then come back.
Yeah. But
so it's nice. It's nice to like, it's nice to be able to just, that's why I plan a lot. I was talking about this with you before too, I believe, where it's, my solution to that is I just plan stuff and I say, hey, would you like to do this? Because a lot of pals can also be very, very shy.
Yeah.
And I've always been like, I guess the part of me that's been kind of the more like, I've always been the most outreachy person. I'm, as evidenced by all the shovels I have everywhere. I'm usually like the big initiator because I know that there's a lot of pals who they would reach out, but for one reason or another, they're either, like really shy or they don't like know someone else. So I've kind of like made it my role to be like the reaching out person in my life, like that, not just for streaming, but like in general.
Right.
Because otherwise, like, some people, they really want to do it, but they just, for one reason or another, they can't, or they're not comfortable with it. So being the initiator is like, okay, cool. I have an idea. Would you like to join me? Would you like to do this?
Would you like to do this?
Would you like to finally play the penguin game with RJ?
Oh, we still need to do that. We need to play the penguin game. Oh, we need to play
I told you,
Penguin
I
Race.
don't forget. I'm always remember almost everything for the most part.
I'm gonna bother RJ about that later.
Yeah. Bother.
But no, I do appreciate you agreeing and coming on here. I learned so much about you this stream, and I had so much fun talking about all this, especially with all the toys and Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I saw you doing the series, and I thought, I'm bracing for impact. I can feel the rumbling. I look down, and my little, Jurassic Park cup is starting to boom, boom.
You just hear a bunch of knocks at your door.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
So you knew I was gonna come and ask
but I'm
you?
already inside.
You knew I was gonna come and ask you?
I had a feeling.
You had a feeling? I didn't know it was so predictable.
Well, not in a bad way. I mean, I would have, I guess a secret sound, I would have also asked you to.
Aww. I would have said yes
Because it looked
anyway.
like a lot of fun. Yeah. You see, simple, efficient communication solves so many problems, but it can be hard for some people. So I try not to overstep, but I try to be the initiator for people that I know that would find it hard to say yes otherwise. Because some people literally need to be invited.
Right.
Because they can't process that they are invited to something unless you tell them explicitly. Which is what I've learned from quite a few pals too, that, as part of boundaries, they tell you literally, unless you tell me directly to my face,
No.
would you like to do this thing? I will assume otherwise.
Yes. Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm trying to be better as the initiator with a lot of things now. I used to be the shy person, but ever since I started this interview series, I'm really like, all right, gotta put on my big girl boots. I'm gonna start asking people. It's like, you want to do this?
Yeah, you've been doing fantastic, Tim.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I try really hard to make sure the series is, like, comfortable for a lot of people to come on and, like, have fun. So I'm just having people are having fun with it.
Yeah, watching you grow has been incredible, too.
Oh.
You've got a very wonderful community.
Oh, thank you. I'm more proud of my community than I am of, like, myself with, like, I'm just the person who's just doing silly things. The people come in, like, being good and genuine and enjoying what I do is what, that's, like, the real credit there. So I always appreciate, aw. So, shout out to Esso.
There's my mod muscle memory. Every time I see, we should shout this person out, I usually do. I try not to backseat mod in, like, everywhere I go, but I just have this, like, genuine aura of I want to make sure that the chats I'm in are okay.
No, you're doing. I appreciate that, Diggeh.
They're like, backseat modding is okay. We believe in you.
We believe in you.
Yeah, I've worked up enough of what's the term? I have
muscle memory.
Yeah, the muscle memory. But I've also kind of it's weird to say, but it's also really cool to say that I have this reputation where people know that I'm trustworthy, and you know, if something comes up, I'm there to help, and it's all genuine, and I would never try to like, you know, stir any drama, make something up like that. I am. They know me as who I am, and that's still really incredible to me. It means a lot that people trust me. And I would never want to break that. And so I do my best across so many places to care for so many people within, you know, reason. I'm not wearing myself out. I'm just very, very, very good at multitasking.
No, I get that. I definitely get that.
With a reasonable amount of effort. Because I love my friends.
You're always so sweet, Diggeh.
Golly.
I am gonna have to end the stream here because we've been going on for a while. My goodness.
Yeah, I was trying not to have you go like too far over, because I know that some of these have been. I was like, we might end up going toward 4 hours. I should be careful, because like even with a very select amount of topics, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have you going for a million hours. And I think is this already your longest one?
I want to say there's been my first one was actually my longest one. I want to say, but I don't know how long it was. This may be my second longest one for all I know. But I do appreciate that you were considerate on that front, because I always have like a cutoff time when it comes to these. But I do appreciate it.
Yeah, Uno Reversi. I was ready to be professional too.
Thank you. But thank you, chat, for coming by and watching me and Diggeh talk, and thank you again, Diggeh, for coming on here with me.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
For my chat, we are going to go raid Luki, as they are as she's currently playing she's playing FNAF World. Oh my goodness. I haven't played FNAF World in so long. Before I set up the raid, tomorrow I am going to play Hades for the first time with Peanut. I've never played Hades before, so that's gonna be new.
Me neither.
I have the game, and I've been meaning to play it for a while because there's a lot of really pretty art in it, and I'm excited to see what that's in store. But for the time being, I'm gonna send y'all over to Luki. I never have a raid message. I should start making raid messages. I should genuinely start that, but I don't have one right now, so just go be nice.
Do you want to just shout, "Can you dig it?"
Yeah, can you dig it? Will be the raid message since you were here, Diggeh. Can you dig it? But thank you again, everyone, for coming by. Thank you again, Diggeh, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.